From your point of view, did Blue cooperate or did he not cooperate?
Did Blue cooperate?
Man, look,
Is Blue Da Vinci a
me personally,
cooperator?
I
Is
never
he
seen no paperwork on Blue.
organizer?
And prison rule, if you don't have paperwork,
Did Blue Da Vinci
really don't bring
tell?
shit to me.
Did Blue tell?
But it's a difference. When
I just want to know now is Blue telling them.
So
They been saying Blue telling. This
I think Blue told. I know Blue told. He told on me. He probably told on you. You can't pick no motherfuckers who you gonna tell on. They gonna ask you about the. I guess ask you about whoever, whatever, and you gonna have to answer them questions about them.
I'm trying to get the sound right.
The reason that I felt, even the book had just came out when I was in prison. I read that whole book and I was like, God damn.
From your point of view, did Blue cooperate or did he not cooperate?
Man, look, man.
Did Blue cooperate?
Me personally,
Blue did not cooperate. I'm here, y'all. I'm back, man. I'm sorry. I'm late. I should have been here earlier.
Really
I should have been here early.
But it's a difference.
But it's a lot of homework I got to do with this shit, man. This shit ain't easy.
So
this is not easy. This is not easy work.
I think Blue told. I know Blue told.
This is not an easy job here.
He told on me. He probably told on you. You can't pick no motherfuckers who you gonna tell on. They gonna ask you about I guess ask you about whoever, whatever, and you gonna have to answer them questions about them.
So have to answer them questions.
The reason that I felt, even the book had just came out when I was in prison. I read that whole book and I was like, God damn.
From your point of view, did Blue cooperate or did he not cooperate?
Man, look, man.
Hey, me stop personally, that jumping, man.
I never seen no paperwork on Blue.
Yo.
And prison rule, if you don't have paperwork,
man, you don't really want to have a house full of kids, man.
But it's a difference when I'm the paperwork. So I think Blue told. I know Blue told. He told on me. He probably told on you. You can't pick no motherfuckers who you gonna tell on. They gonna ask you about I guess ask you about whoever, whatever, and you gonna have to answer them questions about them. So the reason that I felt, even the book had just came out when I was in prison.
Stop jumping around.
I read the whole book and I was like, God damn.
Man, I got a house full of kids. My bad.
From your point of view, did Blue cooperate or did he not cooperate?
Man, look, man.
We got the Flores Twins a part of this.
Me personally, I never seen no paperwork.
We got the Flores Twins. Oh man,
prison rule, if you don't have paperwork, really don't bring this shit to me. But it's a difference when I'm the paperwork.
We got the Flores Twins on this one.
I think
we got to figure out what's going on with the Flores Twins, man.
He told on me. He probably told on you.
We got to figure out
no motherfuckers who you gonna tell
who's the Flores
Twins,
ask you about
man. I guess ask you about whoever, whatever, and you gonna have to answer them questions about them.
We got to figure out who.
So
this is J-Bo speaking right now.
I felt,
and everybody want to know where is J-Bo at. J-Bo seemingly, shout out to my vocab. J-Bo seemingly disappears. Shout out to the vocab. Getting my vocab up, trying not to curse, trying to be more respectful. So seemingly, everybody's looking for J-Bo. J-Bo is MIA. He was talking all this, Blue's a rat, Meech is not a rat, and he's standing tall for Meech, but he's disappeared. Hopefully he's not in jail. Hopefully he's well and doing well and living the best life that he can live. But seemingly he disappears. J-Bo. Everybody's looking for J-Bo. J-Bo calling Blue a rat. He's saying Big Meech is a stand-up dude, which we respect. You gotta respect that. I respect the dude taking up for his brother. We should all do that. You know what I mean? But somehow he's not saying nothing now. He had a lot to say. A lot of defending Meech, a lot of everything. So we just trying to figure out where he's at. Where did he go? Why he's not saying nothing? I know he ain't trying to play the card that gangsters don't talk because he been talking for a long time. I'm gonna start a new series called Telltale. Because everybody's telling. I think I'm gonna start dedicating these kind of videos with these gangsters and all that, and all this gangster talk and all that. And I'm gonna just, because I want to do other content too. I don't want to just talk about these guys, these drug dealers destroying the communities. I don't want to just talk about them. So we're gonna have to separate, put a separation between this kind of content and other kind of content. And this kind of content, I'm gonna start labeling it Telltale, because everybody's telling. This is gonna be the Telltale segment, because everybody is telling. Nobody is being stand up. Everybody's telling, everybody's talking. So with that being said, we're gonna start a new segment. I'm gonna have it up tomorrow. Telltale. The Telltale segment. Niggas is telling. You know what I'm saying? I got my tea. Got my Mr. Teacup. So I got my tea ready. I'm ready with the tea. Got my water. I got my water just in case I got to throw it on somebody for wearing a wire around me. Got my water. I got my tea and my water. I got my blunt. So we starting this off with hold on. Before we even start, hold on. I gotta do this before we even start. Quick prayer. Sorry, I have to do this every time. A quick prayer for all of us, not for me, for all of us that's tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I had to do a quick prayer. Heavenly Father, we come here to thank you, as always, for everything you've done for us, waking us up this morning, giving us breath in our air in our breath, letting us breathe your air, giving us a roof over our head, giving us food to eat and clothes on our back, giving us the ability to take care of our loved ones, our family, giving us the ability, we thanking you for giving us the ability to get up and get to work every day. For everybody that's at work, go hard, keep doing what you got to do. And Heavenly Father, we just thank you. We're not asking for nothing. If anything we ask for is just your blessings and what you always do. We're not asking for nothing, Heavenly Father. We just telling you thank you. And with that being said, amen. All right, we got that out the way. Got a good prayer to the men upstairs for making this all possible, and I'm happy. She said, women gossip. That's a fact. But everybody is telling. Women gossip. So we have a telltale section. Who that? That's my nigga Grainin. I can't pronounce that. Jameson. He said women gossip. That's a fact. So I'm guessing women gossip and men telltale. Because this is what's going on. Everybody's telling. Everybody's talking and everybody's telling. Shout out to Pop Out TV. That's fact. Give us breath. That's right. Heavenly Father, we thank you, man. We appreciative up here. This platform, we appreciative and we are grateful for everything that the men do for us. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here right now. And I'm grateful and I'm humble and I'm blessed. And I thank him every day. And I'm thanking him for y'all because on a serious note, y'all was praying for me and my wife. My wife is doing a lot better. And I'm so appreciative of that, man. Y'all understand what prayers do. It does a lot. And y'all was praying for me and my wife. And I'm so blessed and so humble and so grateful for that. Thank you. All right. I even put on my lifeguard sweater today. I'm saving lives today, man. We're going to save some kids' lives and let them know about all this buffoonery and don't get involved with the streets. Because like my nigga Troy Ave said, the streets is definitely a myth, B. There's no loyalty in the streets. You know, you be loyal to your moms, your pops, your brothers, your sisters, and those who look out for you. Be loyal to God. You don't be loyal to no bum-ass streets that you don't own nothing on. Niggas is loyal to these streets that they don't got one building that they own. They don't have a store that they own. They don't have nothing that they own on these streets that they are so fake loyal to. Because as soon as the shit hit the fan, the loyalty goes out the window. Everybody is doing what J-Bo, Meech, 50, all these people doing, and that's telling everything. Just because you ain't telling it to the cops and you telling it to social media, you might as well just sit down with the cops and tell them. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. You got to do what you got to do, man. God bless you. But yeah, everybody's looking for J-Bo. J-Bo disappeared. Nobody knows where J-Bo at. J-Bo said Blue's a rat. He said he's the paperwork on Blue. They don't have no paperwork on Blue. But they saying Blue was a rat. You know what I mean? So now they saying it's a new lineup. It's going to be a new lineup. Let me show y'all the lineup to a Big Meech party. Big Meech is throwing a big welcome home. And it ain't no benefit concert. That's why I don't even like it, man. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't fucking with it. It ain't no benefit concert to benefit no kids, to benefit anything that's going on in the communities. It's only a concert to put money in Meech's pocket, and Meech don't need no money. He need to be helping the kids and showing the kids that the things that he did was wrong. And he's not doing that. He's doing a benefit concert to benefit his pockets and his pockets only. He's not giving back nothing to the kids, nothing to all these cities that he keep talking about, Jersey, New York, Chicago, LA. Yeah, we was all in all these cities. Yeah, all these cities that you helped destroy and put black men in jail. Am I lying? Because that's what this is all about. I'm not sitting up here talking about these things and pushing these things to glorify Big Meech getting money or glorify 50 Cent antagonizing Meech. I'm not here to glorify none. That's corny garbage. We not gonna do that up here. We gonna be up here to let people know what's going on and what to do and what not to do. And study this to learn something from this. Learn what not to do, because everything they talking about is what kids should not do. Don't promote this to the people. Now you got all these big rappers and you pushing all these rappers on your platform to get you some money. But what are you doing for the kids, man? What did Little Meech do for the kids? Little Meech should have started the foundation when 50 gave him that money. He should have started the foundation. He didn't do that. What 50 saying Meech did just blow $5 million in 4 years. How many seasons this shit been on? 4 years? And all Meech did was go to jewelry stores and buy BMF chains and running in and out Lambos and all that corny shit. That means nothing to nobody. Meanwhile, your pops doing 20 years, left you out here starving. And 50 Cent come and throw his arm around you. Now, do Big Meech owe 50 Cent loyalty? No, but maybe his son do. Because his son was talking about 50 like that was his pops. And if you talk about somebody as if they your pops, you owe them some loyalty, nigga. If I'm calling a nigga my pops, nigga, I would never fold a trade on him. I don't give a fuck about nothing if he's my pops. But anyway, let's look at this new lineup. We got a new lineup. And this is no disrespect to Meech, but I just don't like the way he's handling his come home. His come home looking like he want to be that nigga still. Instead of doing the right thing for the people, he want to be around the rappers. Ain't pushing no peace, ain't pushing no positivity, ain't pushing no P at all. He is not pushing no P. He back on the internet being gangster, trying to match up with 50. Nigga, if I was in Big Meech's shoes and 50 did that to me, I wouldn't say a word to him on the internet. But I will be behind the scenes trying to get with him. But on the internet, I wouldn't say nothing. On the internet, the only thing I would be doing if I was in Big Meech's shoes is doing shit for the community. That's it. Nothing else. Giving back to the kids. going to all them broke down communities in Detroit, because there's a million of them. I've been in Detroit, and Detroit is a beautiful place with beautiful women. Been on the 6th mile, been on the 7th mile. Shout out to my nigga Quee with all the cars. Yeah, I've been out there. I was in Detroit for a while. I was in Detroit for about 8 months, and it's a beautiful place, man. It's a beautiful place. Got a lot of rundown places, but it's still beautiful. All you need is some people with some money to go over there and hook that shit up and make affordable housing for all them people. Meech ain't doing that. You know what Meech doing? He out here trying to fuck with the rappers, which is dead wrong. You just did 20 years, B. But let's go into the lineup. Let me get the screen straight so I can show y'all the lineup. Okay, the new lineup. This is what they saying the new lineup is. BMF, Big Meech, Road and Music Festival. Yo, whoever did this is wrong. Who did this is wrong. They are wrong. They are mean. Matter of fact, they ain't wrong, they mean. And this is supposed to be the new starting lineup. This is the new starting lineup. It don't get no better than this. Let's check it out. Big Meech Road and Music Festival. New lineup starring Gunna, 6ix9ine, Rollo, and Boston Richie. Damn! Golly! Ain't that a hell of a lineup? Am I lying? Is that a hell of a lineup? Let's put the evil 50 Cent laugh on. Because y'all know 50 Cent is nothing but a demon. You know he ain't nothing but a demon. Yo, 50 Cent is evil, man. I'm going to be honest, B. Every time I seen that time when they snatched Slow Buck's chain off, and 50 Cent just went, you just seen a demonic demon come out of him when they was back there beating Slow Bucks up and taking his chains. Man, that was crazy. That's when I said, yo, that nigga 50 is the real meaning of demon time. Because when they was taking that nigga Slow Buck's chain off, man, yo, 50, something just came out of 50, B. And I just seen it was just like demons. But this is the new lineup, B. What y'all think about this lineup, man? What do y'all think about this new lineup? 6ix9ine, Rollo, and Boston Richie. So all these niggas got thrown in the mix now. The new lineup, they all got thrown in the mix. And trust me, I'm not on nobody's side. I'm on the side of the journalistic, of the journalism. That's what side I'm on. If y'all looking for me to be on anybody, I'm not on nobody's side. 50 Cent versus Big Meech. 50 Cent versus Big Meech. That's what this is about. Big Meech versus 50 Cent, 50 Cent versus Big Meech, and it's a lot of players in this. It's a lot of players. Yeah, they robbed dude on stage, yup. And he said, my nigga Seal said, and he said, thanking 50 Cent for what he did for his kids. Nah, it's a fact. That's a fact. But you know what it is, though? You know what it is? When Big Meech came home and he found out 50 got 150 million and they only got 5 for 3 episodes, them niggas is kind of tight. I can understand that, though. If you just got 150 million off of my life and only threw us, what's 5 million? What's the percent of 5 million of 150 million? What's the percentage? I'm thinking that's what? Is that 10? Is that 10%? Yeah. Hold on a little while. I got your allowance for you. Hold on. Let me get your allowance, man. Let me give her allowance, man. I'm sorry. I'm getting my baby her allowance. But she killed me. Did you clean up? Did you clean up? Well, she must have left. All right, I'll give it to her when she come back. Yeah, sorry about that. So where I was at before I was rudely interrupted by my baby. So I would be upset too. Like I was saying, what's 5% of 150 million? Anybody know that? Do anybody know what's 5% of 100? I'm thinking 5 million. I'm thinking that's like 10% or even 5% or something like that. Now, that's a lot of money, man. They only got 5 million, but what about everybody else? There's a lot of people that got to get paid on that show. Got to pay the writers. Got to pay all these big time rappers that come and be on the show that can't act. 90% of everybody on the show can't act anyway. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't seen no good act on the BMF series yet. It ain't no disrespect, but I haven't seen no good acting that made me believe that this is real. That's when you know it's good acting. All right, my nigga, he said that's 15 to 20%. Jerry 2.5. Okay. Okay. Well, that's not that bad. Then if that's 15 to 20%, I don't think that's bad, man. I think he paid him pretty good. So that's not a bad thing. They got 5 million, 4 seasons. 50 said, yo, where's that? I got it right here. 50 said, man, I gave y'all niggas 5 million, B. It ain't my fault your family burned through it. There you go. 50 Cent questioned Big Meech on why Rick Ross didn't pay for Lil Meech acting classes. Cause, man, them niggas didn't see the profit. Ross didn't see no profit in it. If he saw a profit in it, he would have jumped on it. You seen it, 50 seen the profit. He jumped on it. He said, all your people that you was out, he said, all your peoples that was out did nothing for him. I helped your family make over 5 million legit dollars. Now, you know what? That's crazy, though. 5 million legit? Nigga, in the drug world, that's like 100 million, nigga. 5 million legit? Money, cash, legit? After taxes? Or was that before taxes, Fifth? Let's be honest. Because you know Taxman took at least half of that. So they got 2.5. Or like my man Jerry said, my nigga Jerry said about 2.5. My nigga Nitty said 7.5. My nigga Sil said 7.5. He said, my nigga Tory Kennedy said 15 million. This is buffoonery. Let's be honest, man. He said, 50 Cent, why old boy didn't look out for Mimi? Who's Mimi? So you telling me they naming Little Meech Mimi? Oh my God, yo. Skip the laugh. Can't hide.
Come here.
Come here, nigga.
You can't hide from me.
Can't hide, nigga. Now, so they calling Lil Meech Mimi. This is sad, yo. So Little Mimi, he said, 50 Cent, why old boy didn't look out for Mimi and send him to acting school? Big screech. So they don't want to say Meech's name because of the legal. Meech dropped some kind of legal shit on him where they can't even say his name no more. Enough in a defame him. So now they calling Meech Screech. I heard Wack saying that first. So I'm thinking Wack and 50 is tight now because both of them don't like Big Meech. for some reason. I don't know why Wack don't like him. I don't know what he did to Wack, but 50 Cent and Wack is teaming up, I guess. Once upon a time, 50 Cent and Wack was going at each other. But I guess they teaming up to go at Meech because that's they op now. This is crazy, man. It's like kid shit from high school. He said, send them to act, send big screech. All your peoples that was out did nothing for him. You come home thinking you the black Pablo Escobar. Damn, he said he come home thinking he the black Pablo Escobar. That's what I'm saying. Meech definitely came home on a high horse and came home thinking he's still like Big Meech, which he is. I wouldn't take that from him like he's not Big Meech. He is Big Meech, but you holding on to something that destroyed your whole family. I would be letting that go. I would be rebranding the BMF. I'd be black members finance or something. You know what I'm saying? Trying to teach kids how to do finance or something. I would rebrand the BMF. I wouldn't be still talking about blowing money fast and, running around with rappers if I was Big Meech. But I'm not Big Meech. I'm just an old little mega doing a little old podcast. So they say he think he the black Pablo Escobar and fucked him up. Help your family make over $5 million legit dollars. It's not my fault it's all gone. You think people don't see you? Want to shine so bad you win the baby jury? What? Not Big Meech winning other niggas' jury. I can't take it, man. Not the big homie. Not the big homie. Winning other niggas. Yo, you the big homie like Big Meech. You can't be winning other niggas' jury, nigga. That's dead wrong. If that's true. I don't know if that's true. That's allegedly, because I don't know. I'm just reading from here. He said, it's not my fault it's all going. You think people don't see you want to shine so bad you win baby jury? Bitch, get a baby back his jury. Wow. I can't. You can't make this up. You can't. Yo, hold on. You can't make this up, baby. You cannot make this up. You can't make this up, man. This is real life right here. And I'm guessing 50 wrote this. 50, you petty. I'm still gonna stand on it and say 50 is petty and he's acting like a girl. I'm not going to sway from that. I'm not going to run scared and hide because he sent the top tiger into my live the other day. 50 sent the top tiger, Joffrey the top tiger in my live. So he watching. He watching the joint. He sent the top tiger in here. Joffrey the top tiger, 50 Cent top shooter came in the live the other day. So I'm not backing down from nothing. I'm not scared of no. I'm only scared of one man, and that's God. I ain't backing down from nothing, man. You put it in the media, we gonna talk about it. I'm a journalist doing my journalism and my journalistics. Shout out to me for the word vocabulary play. So Big Meech gotta get him back the baby jury. Who is it? The baby or little baby jury? Who jury? Which one? What baby jury he's wearing? Anybody know? 'Cause I don't know. All right. Tory said the church teaches you what 10% is. 10% of 150 would be 15 million. Exactly. That's why I said I thought it was kind of like 5 million. No more, no less. That's why I said they gave him 5 million from 150 million. So I'm thinking that's probably like 5% then. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm not that. I mean, I was good at math at one point. You know what I'm saying? I used to love math. But once I got older and realized I ain't going to use none of that algebra, none of that calculus stuff, I forgot everything. Now all I know how to do is add, subtract, and divide. I had to work hard to get my GED. That shit was hard. It wasn't easy. Wasn't easy. They piled up all that stuff in one one book and told you, go ahead, go take the test. You gotta learn everything from 1st grade to 12th in one book. GED was not easy for me. And I got dyslexia. And I rode the little yellow bus with the helmet on. So it wasn't easy for me, man. It was a hard fight to get a GED for me. I didn't get it till I was 25. You know what I mean? Trying to work on my vocabulary. Trying to do this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit changed overnight. All right, let's go to the next.
And the first time I met 50, you know, it was just genuine. And I sat by him and we actually got to watch people audition for a couple hours. And the next day he called me.
Look at 50 sitting there smiling. Look at him. You know, I got one. And then 50, you know what's so funny about 50? 50 watching this nigga spend all the money. 50 sat back and watched him spend all the money and didn't tell him nothing, didn't say, yo, take half of your check and invest in the S&P stocks. Go invest in the crypto. He didn't tell him nothing. He watched him. This is the funny shit they do to you in the industry, period, though. They did it to 50 too. That's why 50 just doing the same thing they did to him. They sit there and watch you spend your whole advance. They watch you blow money fast on your whole advance. They watch you patiently. Wait for you to go broke so you can meet them again, nigga. This shit is real. It's a monopoly. This shit is real. They sit there and watch you blow your money. 50 watch that man buy them stupid ass chains. Them dumb ass BMF chains. This is dumb. He done spent all that money on them dumb ass BMF chains. Now his family's beefing with each other because none of them got no money now. Terry ain't got no money. Meech ain't got no money. Nobody got no money. Now if he'd have put half of his check that he was getting in the motherfucking S&P stocks or Coca-Cola stock or a stock that's going to give him dividends every month and grow, Meech would have been all right when he came home. Terry would have been all right when they came home. But 50 watched this little nigga blow every last piece of that money and sat back and laughed. Look at him. Look at his face. Look at 50's face right here, laughing.
8 o'clock in the morning, woke me up. I'm like, damn, 50 calling me. So I answer the phone. He like, hey, what you think about going to acting classes? I want you to play your dad. And at first, you know, it sounded crazy, but of course.
Look at 50 smiling. Good investment. 50 is a smart nigga, though. He's smart. Good investment. He got 150 off that investment. I'm guaranteeing 50 took 50 home. 50 of that 150 came home to 50, nigga. And he ain't buy not one chain with that shit, nigga. 50, look, he ain't got no chains on. He got one little ring he been had for years. Big Meech with all this new money got 10 BMF chains bigger than my life. Waste of money. The jewelers is happy. The jewelers is ripping every black man off. Every black man is getting ripped and raped by the jeweler. And 50 watched them do it.
You know, I'm gonna do it. I'm not doing nothing. So of course I wanted to do it. You know, I just didn't know if I could do it.
You heard him? He said, I'm not doing nothing. He said, I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I don't know if I could do it, but yeah, I ain't doing nothing. I might as well go to acting classes. Made the little nigga a star.
The draft from Randy about, because it was important to show the origin story, to see the innocence and how they chose to get involved, and then it grew. Well, I hired 2 of the top casting agents in California. They sent me photos of people who would be good choices to play the role, and none of them looked like him. None of them. I'm like, yo, nah, this is not it. I had done the casting in Atlanta. I run into him then, but when I look at him, he looked like his daddy, like spitting his hair down like his daddy's.
And the first time I met 50, you know, it was just
same thing. Like, it was like, yo, I'm like, he looks less like his dad in the show than he did that day. I got him from Atlanta to California and was able to get him with the coaches and have him be in a new environment where he can have that extreme focus to get ready faster than he would usually get ready. You know, so the intensity of just being that focused on doing it allowed him to achieve this in a short period of time. He was able to do it because, you know, like financially, I was supporting the idea and I believe he could do it. He had moved to California and was working with acting coaches, and his dad didn't know that he was actually doing that because we had to establish that he was good enough.
That's because that's your son. This is at the time he disowned his own son. This is the same time when he disowned his own son. And he was taking Lil Meech under the wing like that was his son. And Lil Meech was feeling like, yo, that's my pops. He said it. 50 is, man, he's devious, man. He is devious. He waiting to strike.
To do it. Even his dad is the kind of person that doesn't like to.
Look, 50 got the BMF ring. Yeah, I guess he owned it, right? Look at that shit. He got the big BMF ring. He owned BMF now. Them niggas ain't gonna never get BMF name back. That shit is done. 50 own this shit for life.
Fail at things. So he'll look and he'll say, is he the best person for it? And I'm saying, yeah, he's the best person for it, for multiple reasons. You can't find anything more authentic than him portraying his dad.
Facts.
From my same thing, like it was
facts.
Perspective.
Look just like
BMF is important in a different way. Like as things start to shift culturally, when hip hop culture is not being dominated by New York City and California or West Coast based material, it moves to the southern market, the culture changes, dance culture comes in. Like you see now, a person can launch their record with TikTok, and the dance challenge will turn into why the song is working. But as the crack house turns into a trap house and trap music emerges in the culture, the dad's indictment is the largest indictment that happened since then. The significance in him being able to play his dad, for me, the points that I get really excited about it is his dad, like when he was on the phone, he called and talked and said, I don't know if you were conscious of this when you was
y'all won't be able to read the chat?
Closer to me. Because he's spending more time thinking about things that we experienced, things that we did. He get a chance to do everything we did, and he's not going to jail. It's a different level of.
I can't fit the chat nowhere, man.
BMF is important in a different way. Like as things start to shift culturally, when hip hop culture is not being dominated by New York City and California or West Coast based material, it moves to the southern market. The culture changes, dance culture comes in. Like you see now, a person can launch their record with TikTok, and the dance challenge will turn into why the song is working. But as the crack house turns into a trap house and trap music emerges in the culture, the dad's indictment is the largest indictment that happened since then. The significance in him being able to play his dad, for me, the points that I get really excited about it is his dad, like when he was on the phone, he called and talked and said, I don't know if you were conscious of this when you was doing this, but you moved him closer to me. Because he's spending more time thinking about things that we experienced, things that we did. He get a chance to do everything we did, and he's not going to jail. It's a different level of.
And this is what they talked about. Him and Meech was talking about on the phone when Meech was in jail. He said, "Yo, man, you looked out crazy. You got my son closer to me, giving him an opportunity. He's making a lot of money. But why 50 ain't tell that little nigga don't spend that money, man? Why when he seen him buy that first BMF chain, why he ain't pull that nigga coat and be like, yo, nigga, don't spend this money, B. Save something for your dad when he come home, man. Now this nigga Lil Meech out here living check to check, ain't got no money for nobody."
Perspective. BMF is important in a different way. Like as things start to shift culturally, when hip hop culture is not being dominated by New York City and California or West Coast based material, it moves to the southern market, the culture changes, dance culture comes in. Excitement for me watching him.
It means the world to me. And
got that big old beard. He got like 7 BMF chains too. 7 of them shits. All from Aliante. Who's his name? Aliante. Aliante done made a bag. Aliante done got about 2 million of that 5 million. Shout out to Aliante. Shout out to Eliante for getting $2 million of that BMF check. Sucker.
I always say this is like life or death for me, I feel like, because that's how serious I take it. Not even more so with the job.
Hey kids, man, when y'all get y'all money, don't go buy no chains, man. Don't do it, man. Don't go buy no chains. You want to be able to retire from anything when you get about 45, nigga, 50. You don't want to be doing nothing but sitting back, putting your feet in the sand and watching your investments rise. Don't, while you getting a little bit of money, go do this. Buy all these stupid chains. The biggest waste of money ever. And I know. I used to buy chains. Biggest waste of money. 8,500 here, 7,000 here, 6,500 here, 35, 45. Next thing you know, you done got over 100,000. And then when you go turn it back in, them niggas looking at you like, nigga. Price of gold is down. The price of diamonds is down. Nigga, here you go. 100,000, here you go. 10,000 for 100,000. Nigga, that was 90%. You done lost. You ain't gained nothing. That was a 90% loss. It's like buying them stupid cars. 90% loss as soon as you drive it off the lot.
Myself, just so with me telling the story right, because he's still in jail, you know, and he got taken away from me so young and missed my whole teenage childhood. So it's like I want people to know the real him. And that's all he wanted people to know was the real him. People only know what they hear. You know?
Nigga, you don't even know the real him. Like you said, the nigga went to jail when you was motherfucking 2 or 3 or some shit. You don't know him. That's why you start calling 50 your dad. That's why you calling 50 your dad. Well, I'm gonna let my man speak real quick. Let my man speak real quick. He got something positive to say. I like what he had to say.
I'm gonna jump out there for Big Meech, dog. I'm gonna jump.
He gonna jump out for Big Meech.
I ain't finna let the internet do the homie like that, dog. I'm gonna jump out there for Big Meech, dog.
We about to get on 50 ass too, nigga. This shit ain't sweet. I'm about to get on 50 next. He next. This is the crossover.
I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna put my reputation out there, dog. You know
this
what I'm
saying?
This the crossover.
My word
means something on these internet.
This is the transition for me.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all can check my paperwork. My paperwork straight. My homie run the red paperwork straight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put it out there on the limb, right? So let's say the homie Meech, right? Let's say he ain't know the chick Tammy was the police. Let's say that. What if he ain't know the chick Tammy was the police? What if he think he trying to play the chick? You know what I'm saying? And then let's say, damn. Okay. But then let's say he playing the chick and he hey man, I need to make a phone call for me. Now if she the police and he don't know this, he in the blind. Right? I'm just trying to make it make sense, bro. I'm just trying to make it make sense, man.
That's if he don't know. That's if Meech don't know. They saying he know.
Y'all, man, if I'm wrong, y'all can give me a straightening. I don't mind no straightening, bro. But I'm just trying to say, man, the homie could have been in the blind. But the right thing to do, once the shit hit the fan, you do owe the homie CUFFY an explanation. You do that. Now, you gotta do that to keep it real now. You do owe the homie CUFFY an explanation. Something gotta be said between them two right there. Because if they was on the compound together, that's how to be handled. So to keep things G, he's supposed to pick up the phone and talk to the homie. To keep it 1,000 with y'all. You know, I'm just trying to see, man, because, you know, I don't hear nobody trying to speak up for the homie Meech. Where everybody at? Where everybody at? Somebody supposed to be speaking up for the homie, man.
Who?
I don't hear nobody trying to speak
Who supposed to speak up for any one of these niggas? Maybe they mama or
I
something.
don't see nobody trying to do that.
That's it. Who supposed to be speaking up for 50 of Meech? They mama, they daddy. They uncle, brother, maybe.
Man, hold up.
Y'all niggas choosing sides like y'all know these niggas. Niggas don't know these niggas. Niggas don't know these niggas from a hole in the wall. You don't know 50. I doubt this nigga know 50 or Meech. But he done choose the side like he know Meech. And he know CUFFY. Let's switch it over.
Who snitched on El Chapo period. They are under witness protection for the rest of their lives. Who would want to take a chance like that for profit? They snitches, right? The Flores brothers and 50 Cent have projects together. These are the guys who snitched on El Chapo period. They are under witness protection for the rest of their lives. Who would want to take a chance like that for profit? They snitches, right?
It's almost like all right, you going at Big Meech, Fifth, because he's a rat or whatever you want to call him, truth teller or whatever, or third party. But and you actually went at 6ix9ine too after you found out he was ratting. But it's always politics in this shit, man. This shit is a real politic game. And it don't matter if niggas snitch, because from what I heard, allegedly 50 is still doing good business with these two brothers. These brothers is out getting money. They doing legit business now, though. They not doing drug dealing. They doing legit business, and 50 is doing legit business with these people. They was rats. 6ix9ine was a rat. You stopped doing business with him. Big Meech, you been knew was a rat. Oh, supposedly you said he was a rat. You been knew that for years with Tammy, and you swept it under the rug. But as soon as you see him taking pictures and doing stuff with other people, you get mad and you throw him on blast. But you still great friends with these two dudes. Great friends. Get a little history on them. It's a little bit. Do a little light history.
To one of these, now Valerie, who's married to one of these. So you met Valerie, who's married to one of these, now kind of infamous twin brothers. And just for the people at home that don't know, the Flores twins were Chapo's main heroin distributors in the mid 2000s. And they set him up on a wiretap. And that's one of the main pieces of evidence that the U.S. government used to convict Chapo of drug trafficking. But in the early 90s, they were, you basically got plugged in with them.
Well, they come from the same neighborhood. They lived one block down from where I lived. I lived on Christiana, they lived on Sawyer.
So you met Valerie, who's married to one of these now kind of infamous twin brothers. And just for the people at home that don't know, the Flores twins were Chapo's main heroin distributors in the mid 2000s. And they set him up on a wiretap. And that's one of the main pieces of evidence that the U.S. government used to convict Chapo of drug trafficking. But in the early 90s, they were, you basically got plugged in with them.
Well, they come from the same neighborhood. They lived one block down from where I lived. I lived on Christiana, they lived on Sawyer.
So you met.
So this is the these are the guys that Big Meech. See what I'm saying? That's what you got when you got a house full of kids. So these are the two guys that got big, that Big Meech said that 50 Cent is working with, and they are rats, which they clearly are. It says it. It's no allegedly on that. It's the real deal. They rats. So I was, I'm just doing homework, man. I'm just doing journalistic on my journalism shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to figure out who these guys are. So I just did a little bit of, just a little searching, and that's what I came up with. Hopefully,
Actually, tomorrow,
copyrighted.
the Flores Twins podcast is Surviving El Chapo.
Yeah. This is the first
Yeah,
time
so
they've
it was-
spoken about this, right?
First time they spoke, and then they like, I came across them. The ill thing is, I came across them in
Let me
2004
not put this video up.
at the height of Get Rich or Die Trying.
Let me not put the
one
video up.
One of the dudes in Buck's entourage decided to leave the hotel and go to Cabrini Green Projects because he wanted to party. And
What?
He had the spinner, the G-Unit spinner piece. They robbed him.
So he's saying basically Buckman had the G-Unit spinner piece and they robbed him for it. He went out, Buckman went out when they was in Chicago doing a show and had the G-Unit spinner piece, and then he got robbed for it. Now it's a big deal to get this G. Now all this revolves down to them trying to get the G-Unit piece back. How they gonna get the G-Unit piece back? And this is where the Flores Twins somewhere comes up.
For the piece, Sean. Like, so after he got robbed for that, the Twins, they got it to the Twins because that's who would have the money to buy that. And then Jay Flores, he got the piece back to me because just to create the relationship, he brought the piece back. You know?
He stole it from Buck's boy.
Yeah. And then
and what?
After, then it got back to me through Gabi. Gabi brought. He was working at RCA at the time under Steve Rifkin, and he had a relationship with them, and then that's how he got the piece back to me.
I wonder with a project like that, what makes you say, you know what, I'm gonna take it to a podcast as opposed to developing it as a show or film?
No, it's developing as it's the new Narcos.
Okay.
What I do, Charlamagne, is I make it a podcast so they can hear it, because you don't do anything destroying the story by informing the audience. Like how many great feature films were books that you read before you got a chance to see the film?
Absolutely.
So we make the podcast. I got the docu-series coming. And then
So you
the
heard
actual
that, right?
scripted series is on the way. Follow.
He got a
Why not? And
podcast
it's like
with him.
it's like you making so much money off one piece of content.
Yeah.
They
And
got
then
a
when you can get it in the
podcast
early
with him.
stages, when they have never said anything, like
He got a podcast with him that he's producing for them, and he got a series about the hit with them. So he's doing big business with them, doing hella business with them right now, major business, and they rats. So 50 had no problem with working with rats, as we see. He had no problem at all working with him. And I'm not here to say he should. That's what he's doing. That he's doing legit corporate business with him. As he should. As a businessman should. Put all the street shit aside. I don't care what you done. If we doing business, we doing legit business. Not no underground shit, nothing. We doing legit business where we paying legit taxes. And we helping out with the community and all that, nigga. It's great. It's amazing.
technically, it's El Chapo is the biggest drug dealer. Like that's look. They moved 130 tons of cocaine and heroin.
Damn.
For their organization. So if you look.
He's saying the Flores Twins moved all this work for El Chapo, 138 tons.
When you say that, I was like, man, you was something good.
Damn.
I was doing something different. When we start talking about that, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. When you look at it like that, you go, wait. Nah, because Charlamagne, that ground level stuff that we was involved in these environments, in the neighborhoods, in that level, the first time that they asked for some work from them, they had a sale for 3 and they gave them 5. So you could have caught, you would have got life. Your first transaction, you would have got life.
Damn.
You got caught 5 kilos. So they pretty much, but their life was on.
Yeah. So this is where 50 get introduced to the Flores Twins, because young Buck Man gets robbed. This is young Buck Man, right? That got robbed. He told the story too. But he tell a story from a different angle. This is the dude that actually got robbed.
Somebody just took the chain. I'm like, the G on the spinner. He like, man, you finna tell 50.
You finna tell.
So he come back after he get robbed and tell Buck, yo, somebody just robbed me for the G Unit spinner. And Buck so scared, Buck like, man, I'm not even calling 50 and telling 50 this shit. You tell that nigga.
Tell him, man. I ain't telling him. So I'm like, I ain't calling. And he's like, yo, Fifth, man, the chain just got took, man. And I guess Fifth like, what chain? He like, the G Unit chain. And then I just see Buck face like, I'm finna let you talk to Tay real quick. So he gives me the phone, and Fifth's like, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah. You know, he said, well, that's really all that matters, that you all right, you know. But y'all.
Fifth a real businessman. Fifth asked him, are you all right? Yeah, you good. All right. Now get on you niggas.
I wasn't supposed to be out either, Tay. You know, what made you do that? And I just wanted to kick it. He said, all right, it's okay. Long as you okay, it's cool. Give Buck back the phone. So yeah, I give Buck back the phone. And all I knew was they sent Tay mother home immediately.
Tay gotta go home. Tay got to go. They sent Tay home, right? But it's more to this story. Here you go. Let's let Yayo tell it.
Ain't better. See your broke talking about cash field got 10 keys. Your squad ain't on out of town. Look what they have. Look what happened.
All I remember is a gunshot. He's got his hand on my piece back here and shooting at the ground saying, give me that.
This is how we playing this shit. Whenever any of you out of town, man, should have had us on your squad. Look, what's wrong, bro? Hey, Will.
Fuck,
you know you can't.
These are niggas that took the chain.
Anytime any of you, Buck, if this get out, your shit on sale.
The uncut and ad-free version of this documentary is available right now on my Patreon at patreon.com/diverse mentality. The link is in the description below. All my documentaries are available on there,
playing games in Chicago.
Ad-free.
Nigga, what is
and
wrong
please don't
with y'all
forget to
niggas,
leave
man?
a like on this video
Going
as
to
it helps us
Chicago,
out a lot.
disrespecting
Thank
with
you.
the G Unit
Hip-hop
piece
and
on.
chains are synonymous. They've been embedded into the hip-hop art form and culture since the beginning. Showing off your chain meant you were on
This
top of
joint
your
here is
game in
crazy,
hip-hop.
'cause now-
You've achieved ultimate success.
Now
But with
they
that
gonna tell
comes
you
a
what
lot of
really-
eyes
really
and a lot of
happened.
envious people that aren't always happy to see you shine. In
You
hip
gotta
hop,
go
your
down
chain
these
is
rabbit
your
holes, man,
reputation.
'cause it's
So
a lot.
someone taking it meant
Let me say something real quick. We gotta go down these rabbit holes. This is a lot. It's a lot to this story, man. It's not just because now we gotta figure out what's going on. What's really going on? Because there's something more behind the scenes. Because when Big Meech was getting money, he was getting money with El Chapo too. Around the same time the Flores Twins was getting money with El Chapo. And the Flores Twins is saying, nigga, we was them niggas for El Chapo. We was them niggas moving 138 of them tons of them things. Nigga, you was small time compared to us. You was nobody compared to us. And 50 Cent was fucking with them. But now 50 Cent fucking with him and them. He fucking with Big Meech and he's fucking with them. Maybe something behind the scene with Big Meech. Because I don't think Big Meech like the Flores Twins. This shit is getting crazy, man. Let's go down this rabbit hole, man.
Taking away your
As we
respect
proceed.
and all that you worked hard for. There are a lot of hip-hop stories where rappers or their entourage get robbed of their
We
chains.
need to do this nigga
and then
story
have
too,
their
right
chains
here.
Wasted like a
We need to do that nigga
trophy
story
for
too.
public.
This nigga here, he was a menace. He was a menace to the rappers. This nigga here,
glory.
man, cold terrorist. He's a New York City terrorist right here.
And this story is no different. This story with the G-Unit spinner chain is one of the most interesting stories in hip-hop. And the reason why this story is one of the most interesting is because the story comes with a lot of powerful people being involved and lots of different sides to the story, which all great tales stem from. G-Unit in 2004 was on top of their game. 50 Cent was the biggest artist in the world and his crew was no different. After releasing their debut album Beg for Mercy, they had branded G-Unit to the world in such a way that every fan was purchasing everything they were releasing. One of the unique marketing tools used was the G-Unit spinner chain. It was iconic in its time because of its spinning and just having a unique design,
piece.
which Lloyd Banks himself hand drew.
That was an iconic piece, B. Niggas never seen a chain with the spin on it like the rims back then. And 50 definitely had the motherfucking G-Unit bras on, though. Them shits was fire, though. Them shits held your chest up. Pause.
The chain was so iconic in 2003 that during the release of their Beg for Mercy album, 4 lucky fans had a chance to win the chain, which was worth $12,500. It was essentially like a Willy Wonka golden ticket. Young Buck was the main artist with the chain on. 50 Cent had it on him during the early stages of the Beg for Mercy album promo run. But for the most part, Young Buck...
Then Young Buck felt so bad that he was running around with 50 chain on. He had to go get his own spinner. He got the YB spinner.
Would be the one having it most of the time. In 2004, Young Buck and Lloyd Banks were gearing up to drop their debut albums, with Lloyd Banks releasing Huggin' for More on June 29, 2004, and Young Buck releasing Straight Outta Cashville on August 24, 2004. During that summer of 2004, Buck and Banks were touring all over America to promote their album, and on July 23, 2004, they stopped by Chicago. After their radio interviews and concert...
That was a bad stop. Nigga stopped in Chicago. Man.
Young Buck and Lloyd Banks head to their hotel rooms to call it a night. 50 Cent...
That's where them niggas should have stayed at. When you go into Chicago, any rappers, anybody doing what they doing, you go to Chicago and you got a gig, you need to go from the gig back to your hotel and back to the plane, nigga. You got my nigga JoJo out there. You got a bunch of niggas that's gonna come try to get at you.
Around this time would tell his artists not to explore the areas they were visiting with their jewelry on, but just do the work they have to do and go straight to the hotel rooms. This is what Banks and Buck did. However, Young Buck's close friend and right-hand man D-Tay had different plans that night. D-Tay was raised in the same area of Tennessee as Young Buck.
He couldn't
The
wait
two
to
grew
get
up
that
together,
G
and
on
at one
spin on
point
his neck.
D-Tay even saved Young Buck's life. When Buck blew up, he brought D-Tay along with him, who then became his right-hand man and hype man for his concerts. At this time, Young Buck got a new chain for himself, which was the YB spinner chain. So 50 Cent opted to give the G-Unit spinner to D-Tay for promo. D-Tay would then be on tour with Young Buck as his hype man with the G-Unit spinner, even having it on at the 2004 BET Awards. While in Chicago, D-Tay says he had a friend with him that knew Chicago and they had asked if they wanted to go out. Buck was preoccupied with a female while D-Tay wanted to go see the nightlife in Chicago. So D-Tay snuck in Buck's hotel room and grabbed the G-Unit spinner for a night out.
We was actually on their anger management tour, promo run, and this particular city, they had said no after party. And I ain't never been to Chicago, so I was like, nah.
Niggas told them stupid niggas, yo. Niggas told them no after parties be in Chicago, man. What are you doing?
Just so happened we did the radio interview. It's like 10, 11 o'clock. Time to get the kid like 2 o'clock in the morning, like 12:31, about 12:31. So we in Buck room.
I don't want to lose y'all. This is all to figure out how 50 Cent got involved with the Flores Twins, who later on took down El Chapo, who basically snitched. And 50 Cent is going on this rat campaign against Meech. So we trying to figure out how 50 Cent, hold on for a second. So we trying to figure out how 50 Cent got involved with the Flores Twins. And this is the story going down, 50 Cent going down what Big Meech said. 50 Cent is dealing with the Flores Twins, who are well-known, documented, on paper, cooperators. I'm not going to say, I'm going to stop using rat talk. I'm going to just use cooperators and telltellers. Because that's what everybody's doing. Everybody's telling, everybody's cooperating, everybody's doing the right thing. And that's a blessing. Because the more people do the right thing, the more we're going to have crime. Do y'all agree with that? So that's what people are doing now. People are telling everything. Niggas is telling shit that happened in fucking 1960. There's OGs on the internet right now, as we speak, talking about shit that happened in 1960, 1970 with Frank Lucas and Fat Cat. And niggas is talking, man. Niggas is telling everything, man. Niggas is telling their stories. Niggas is talking, niggas is telling, and niggas is telling their stories. So we trying to figure out how 50 Cent still labeled Meech as a rat when he's dealing with the Flores brothers who cooperated, told their story, and tell everything. So this is why we going down this rabbit hole. I just want to make sure we all on the same page. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose nobody from where my frame of thought was when I was doing research and searching and digging up all this stuff. You know what I mean? So I want everybody to stay on the same accord with me. You know what I mean? And this is all public records on YouTube and stuff. I just sit here and just search and try to figure out stuff because I didn't understand how the heck 50 Cent was dealing with the Flores twins. And now we figuring it out now.
Company, whatever. So we sitting up in the room talking this shit. At the time, I was wearing the G Unit spinner at the shows. But this particular time, he had it. Okay?
I got you.
And he had it sitting on his table. And I would, me, Auntie, I'm ready to get out, see the city. And one of our guys from Nashville, which he died, rest in peace to little man, man. He said, "Tay, my cousin stay up here. You know what I'm saying? And we can get out if you want to get out."
Yeah.
And I was like, man, yeah, these sitting up in here like some goddamn.
My nigga Dubai said, Meech ain't no damn snitch. He's a cooperator. That's what I'm saying. You can't be using snitch, man, because snitch is not good. It's no such thing as snitching. We need to cancel that out the dictionary because there's no such thing. Everybody is telling their story. Everybody's telling. I just watched Mason Cam talk about Big L robbing him. I said, damn, I'm from Harlem. And I've been through that story, but I would have never in a million years came to the internet with it. But once I seen Mason Cam actually tell the story, they telling. They told the story and they telling it. I said, there's no such thing as ratting, B. Niggas is telling and telling their story. And that's just the way it is, man. My nigga Constant says, the fuck this is. Yeah, I don't know. Rewind just a little bit and then I'll break it down to what's really going on. If you could just rewind a little bit, it'll tell you. I don't want to go back and forth over it. You know what I'm saying? It'll tell you. Just rewind and play about 2 minutes and I'll be telling you exactly what's going on and how we got to here, right where we at right now. Thank you, man. I appreciate you pulling up, man. Y'all hit that like button for me, man. Please, I pretty please ask you to hit the like button. That's all I ask for. I ain't soliciting no cash. Ask for a like.
Statues. So come on. So he come up here and he showed me the piece. Okay. I said, okay, he do got it. Mm-hmm. So we shooting this shit, plum, like he like, yeah, it's a club. My know some clubs that we can get out. So I'm like, all right, big. So we sitting there chilling. I said, nah, I need to get that chain. Because if I get that, we ain't gonna pay to get in no club.
Yeah.
Because they know we in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Bug is talking to Lev Joe. So the girl call his name and he go upstairs.
Why you do that?
What? Give me that. Yeah. And got up out the room.
DT and his friends decided to go to Caprini Greens, which at the time was known as a very violent area in Chicago, but it was the only place that had a nightclub open past midnight. They pulled
Caprini Greens. And look where they went, yo. Man, if I was 50 Cent and I seen this shit, nigga, I had a heart attack, man. Fuck all them niggas would have been fired. Look where they went to go to the party, B.
Pulled up at the Dragon Room in Capri Greens, and DT walks out with his homies. The security notices it's a G-Unit affiliate and welcomes them. However, there were other people there that had different plans.
We ended up going out, we put up at this club, man. And I never forget that it was a lot of people outside by the front door in a line. And they was just hanging out. And there was so many people that I'm like, okay, it's active. Like, this ain't in no alley type shit. So I'm like, when we pull up, I'm hanging out the window. What's that?
Nigga, that shit was in the alley. Just because all them people was out in the front, you couldn't tell. That shit looked like that shit looked like they built the club in the alley. The Dragon Room. I bet you that shit ain't there no more. I'm gonna look that shit up while this shit playing. I'm gonna see if the Dragon Room still live. I guarantee you that shit done got shot down. 30 niggas done been shot at that shit.
G-Unit in the building.
Look this shit up.
So the security guard at the club door see me. He said, oh, y'all good. Y'all good. Y'all come on. Just pull over. Y'all good. Y'all can come in. So I'm like, yeah. Well, pull over right here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And my man like, I was going to park the truck, Tank. So I'm like, nah. Just pull over right here on the side of the club, bro. Because it's by the front door. We good. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of people out there.
Right.
So I said, just pull over right here so we can get back to the truck. Easy exit. So we pull up right there. And when we pulled that, I wasn't thinking, no, it's nothing can really happen like that. So we get out of the truck. We chilling for a minute. You know, bitches on the bed. What's that? So she said, so one of the girls was talking to me. And she kept looking past me. You feel me? And I had the chain on, so I'm looking at her eyes, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? So when I look back, it's like maybe three or four? Like 3 or 4 guys was crossing the street, coming our way though. Okay? So when they cross the street, I go on and turn around. She stopped talking to me. I go on and turn around. So we looking at them shit. So they come. And then I should have knew something was weird because when they walk across the street, they walk through us. You feel what I'm saying? Like one nigga actually walked straight through me and Manny, like on some shit. I'm like, what the f is that about?
Right.
So Manny looking too. So the niggas walk through us. They walking towards the club though. Like they finna go in.
Yeah.
So once we see they walk through us, then they looked or whatever, and then they turn around, kept walking. So we looking. After they turned the corner, we were like, all right, turn back around, start shooting.
Yeah.
Man. About 5 seconds later, it wasn't long. Man, them boys on that man, them boys said, give me that. When I heard him say, give me that, he shot first though. Boom, by my foot.
Yeah.
So I seen a spark, and I was like, damn, they shooting out here. So I seen the spark, and then I hear him say, give me that. So he got his hand on my necklace, and he's shooting at the ground. He shot at the ground first. So when he said that, I didn't know what was going on, so I grabbed the necklace like, nah, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to get low too.
Yeah.
Because I can't see nobody. But I hear niggas saying, give me that. So when I grabbed the chain like that, he shot, then Manny shot. So Manny must have seen what was going on. He shot. When he shot, boom, Manny shot, boom. Then he shot again, boom. Then Manny shot again, boom. It was 4 shots.
Look, you see what I'm saying? Do y'all see what I'm
saying? That first shot, when he grabbed.
He just named names or who was shooting. Niggas was shooting. This is what I'm saying. Everybody's telling, baby. If that wasn't telling, what do you call that? I'm just saying he telling the story, though. Don't get it twisted. This is what I'm saying. There's no such thing as snitching. It's telling. Niggas is telling a story as if it happened right now. So this is telling.
My necklace, I was going down, and my necklace
get the new
was coming
segment
up.
going.
He was trying to take it out.
Telltale.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm holding it like.
Y'all gonna see the whole background. It's gonna say
when he
telltale.
shot that second shot, I looked down. That barrel was that long. You know what I said, man? If you don't take this motherfucking necklace, get the
So he gave the niggas a necklace.
Do is show me that, bro. I was saying, here, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Because
so I seen the barrel the second time.
Because back then the motherfucking the chains, that G-Unit chain, you can't snatch that. Back then, shout Manny the jeweler, them niggas was making chains where they was unsnatchable. You wasn't snatching that G-Unit piece. Like this piece he got on his neck now, that shit look like it's a breakaway chain. But that G unit piece, it ain't no snatching. Nigga gonna have to hand that to you, or nigga gonna have to beat you down and take it off your neck. It ain't no pop in the fight. You could be in a brawl fight with that chain on, and it's not popping. If a nigga don't beat you down and pull it off your neck, not popping it neither. I'm talking about up off your neck, like up off of it. Not no popping and just fall off and nah, off your neck. No breakage. All right. It ain't no pulling, it ain't no popping, no chains. So he had to hand these niggas a chain. He's supposed to die for that G Unit chain, right?
After the second shot,
that's what 50 was thinking.
Flicked it out.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
gotta
saying?
die for that
went,
shit,
ran
nigga.
on the street. You know?
That nigga's a demon.
One of the guy who was with us, he had got shot in the hand.
Okay.
And Manny's gun was sitting back.
Yeah.
So it had jammed. You feel what I'm saying? So it was the grace of God because
Manny better be hiding out, because that nigga done named Manny for shooting his gun for how many times now?
shout out to Chicago, man, because I heard when they get you, they don't shoot at the ground.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That first one's supposed to have been in you.
Right.
But that's why I said it probably wasn't about me. It was about the chain.
After getting robbed, Dite says he headed straight for the hotel room, and the following morning, he told young Buck about the incident. Buck then said he would have to call 50 Cent and tell him what happened.
Yeah, we get back to the hotel, and I tell Buck that I just got, somebody just took the
You think that shit funny? That shit ain't funny, nigga. Ain't nothing funny about that.
chain. And Buck's like, took what chain, Tay? I'm like, the G Unit spinner. He like, the G Unit spinner?
How you get it?
Tay, no, Tay. You wasn't even supposed to have the chain. How you get the chain, Tay?
How you get it, nigga?
And I'm like, man, listen, it's already happened. You think I want to hear this shit from you right now? He like, man, you finna tell 50. You finna tell him, man. I ain't telling him.
I ain't telling him
I ain't
shit.
calling him. You know what I'm saying? So I just remember him calling Fifth, and I'm watching Buck's face, and he's like, yo, Fifth, man, the chain just got took, man. And I guess Fifth like, what chain?
What chain?
He like, the G Unit chain.
White chain, nigga.
And I just see Buck's face like,
huh?
I'm finna let you talk to Tay real quick. So he give me the phone, and Fifth's like, are you all right? And I'm like, yeah.
Gotta go.
He said, well, that's really all that matters, that you all right, But y'all wasn't supposed to be out.
Fifth probably paid about,
what made you do?
Fifth probably paid about $50,000 to get the chain back. Watch this shit. This shit about to get crazy, yo. Watch all the players involved in this chain before it get to the Flores Twins.
Do that, and I just wanted to kick it. He said, all right, it's okay. Long as you okay, it's cool. Give Buck back the phone. So I give Buck back the phone, and all I knew was they sent Tay mother ass home.
You going home, nigga. Bye-bye.
50 Cent, according to Spider Loc, at the time didn't want to speak on the phone much about the incident. He wanted to talk to Buck and Dite about it in person. He felt like there was too much street activity going on relating to the chain, and he was worried about his phones being tapped by the feds. Young Buck then decided to stay in Chicago for a few days to try and retrieve the stolen chain. Because of him staying in Chicago, he missed his Milwaukee stop for promotion. Ultimately, Buck failed to get the chain back and headed back to Atlanta. Dite says he was sent home from being on tour with G Unit for roughly 4 months after the incident. In the meantime, the people who robbed G Unit of their chain decided to do multiple interviews bragging about the incident. And the first interview they did was with Don Diva magazine, issue 19. Don Diva asked them this: why don't you let the people know exactly what's going on? And the robber said this.
Look.
Well, basically, we caught the...
Yo, you see it say Don Diva, and then the niggas who's responding is stick-up kids.
Guy outside the club snoozing
you can't
with the
make
G-Unit
this shit up,
on.
B.
We was really upset that the guy ain't want to let us in the club because of how we dressed. By that time, we saw these guys, and they didn't want to let them guys in either. So in the meantime, we run up on them and take the chain from them. So from that point on, of course, we flee the scene or whatever, and from that point on, we try to sell them off because it's worthless to us. The chain's worthless.
Definitely is.
So of course, I'm going to put my word in with a few guys in the street.
Yo, you can't get no money for that G Unit chain. For one, when you take it to a jeweler or whoever you take it to, and they see that shit, they're gonna be like, I'm not fucking with it. Not fucking. Nope. Niggas ain't gonna want to melt it down. Niggas ain't gonna want to take the diamonds out. Nothing. I'm not getting involved. That's a nigga see that shit right there. I don't want no parts. You on your own. Better find your own jeweler to melt it down, nigga.
To see guys who want it. So from that point, we gave the guys the opportunity to get their shit back. So it was out of my reach from that.
Yeah, I wonder where the fuck is the spinner piece at? We need to ask 50, where is the spinner piece, nigga? Do you still got it? Who got it? Where is it? We put an APP out on a spinner piece. Because we ain't seen that shit in years, nigga. That shit might be gone.
That point on.
No, matter of fact, I did see a joint where they said Banks lost it. Lloyd Banks lost the G Unit spinner. You know that's cap. You know that. Yo, I remember it now. Banks had the spinner, and they said the shit just got lost after Banks had it. I think that's why 50 and Banks fell out. Because that spinner got lost with Banks.
Because I ain't no rapper, I put it in someone's hands in the streets and let the guys in the streets handle it. All I wanted was $100,000 for the chain, and then my man called me back.
You're gonna have to do some more digging on this chain, B. I'm gonna do a little bit more background search on where the chain at now. Now I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole. Where's the chain?
And was like, that's too much for the chain. They was his people. He got a call from LA from his cousin or whatever.
Fifth, don't kill me, Fifth. I gotta figure out where the chain at. Fifth, don't kill me. I gotta figure out where's the chain at. We gotta figure out who's the jeweler that melted down, who got it. Because they said Banks had it last and it disappeared. Or was it Buck? Banks lost it, yup. I remember that shit, yo. Banks lost the chain. Somehow, Banks mysteriously lost the chain. And that shit did not get lost, nigga. Nigga. We both, all of us know, everybody that's in here know that G-Unit spinner did not get lost, nigga. Somebody got that shit and eventually got it melted down. Was Banks in on it? That's why 50 mad at him? Like, nigga, how the fuck the fucking G-Unit piece just disappear? How did that happen? I gave it to you and it just disappeared. You don't know what happened. You sat in here and it disappeared. Nigga, nah, nigga. We gonna get the bottom of the G-Unit spinner. We gotta figure out, because that's an iconic piece. We need to figure out where the fuck that shit went.
The situation out. I told them I want $20,000 from the motherfuckers and they can work the rest of that shit out. And the rest of the interview is basically these robbers saying that they want a fair chance in the music industry.
See this shit? You hear this shit? So the robbers robbed Buckman for the G-Unit piece for a good shot in the music industry. Oh my God, you can't make this shit up. This is equivalent. Let me put the camera on me. This is the equivalent to the top shotter of G-Unit being on camera and doing podcasts. Niggas just want a fair shot. Niggas ain't hanging with 50 or doing. Niggas just want to get some money. Niggas don't care about none of that shit.
They want a chance to shine and do their own thing, and that's why they took the chain. They don't really care about the music. They just like the fame and glory from it so they can get some eyes on them so that they can release their own music and do their own thing. They also then appeared on Open World Films' DVD interview where they're bragging about having the chain and just talking about what they're going to do with it.
Be wanging my bitch talking that shit, talking about they sell drugs. They ain't got no money.
Niggas took my niggas chain.
Your squad ain't on shit. Look what Look what happened. Now your career on the line because Ja Rule finna get your chain. You dumb. That's how we playing this.
And they wasn't talking to Buck. They was talking to Fifth.
Never any of you in our town, man. You should have had us on your squad. Look, what's wrong, bro? Hey, Will.
You know you can't.
Man, this how we
they can release their own music and do their own thing. They
Yeah,
also then
rewind that
appeared
shit,
on
nigga.
Open World
That's the
Films
hockey neck
DVD
greasy
interview
chain tour.
where they're bragging about having the chain and
Niggas
just
dropped
talking
the
about what
album.
they're going to do with it.
Niggas dropped the album, a DVD compilation.
They sell drugs. They ain't got no money.
Hey, your squad ain't on shit. Look what Look what happened. Now your career on the line. Cause Ja Rule finna get your chain. You dumb. That's how we playing this.
Why them niggas name drop Ja Rule though? That sound like Ja Rule set that up. You know what I'm saying? Why they name drop? That's probably why 50 hate them niggas, B. Why they name drop Ja Rule like that?
That's on your squad. Look, what's wrong, bro? Hey, Will.
You know you can't.
Man, this how we play. Anytime, in our town.
This is so ignorant, B. You gotta laugh at it, B. If you don't laugh at this ignorant shit, something wrong with you. But this is ignorant.
If this get out, your shit, y'all guaranteed a safe trip. If you get up with us before y'all get here and don't holler at us, this how going down, man. This what happened. Y'all already know how this go, man.
Lost. On everything, we winning up here, boy. Your ass lost. You lost. Put your shit on.
We need to find this fucking G-Unit spinner piece, man. 50, where you at, man? What is the top shooter in here, the top Joffy Tiger is in here, man? Can you find out where's the G-Unit piece at? And can you tell 50 to produce the G-Unit piece? Can he throw it on his neck? Because it definitely, I don't think he won't put it on his neck because it went on a greasy tour neck. It went on a tour all through the 50 states. And it dropped off in Chicago. So we just want to know where is the greasy neck G-Unit piece, G-Unit chain. Because Banks was rocking it after this. After this happened, Banks had it.
Yeah, the people got it, so, that $1 million, we'll be all right. Got to chop Pops up. We want them to get a label. Got to eat.
See, Pops out here.
Yo, niggas trying to get a record label for robbing a nigga for his G. This is out of control. I can't, babe. I can't, yeah.
Everything gonna happen, boy, every time.
Yeah, let y'all see no real. I'll just look at this. Just keep looking at this.
Keep looking at it.
Keep watching this, man. Zoom in, zoom in.
I know when 50, because 50 from New York, I know when he seen this, he was hot, nigga. I know he wanted to kill Buck. That's why he don't fuck with Buck no more. He don't fuck with Banks. He don't fuck with none of them niggas that had something to do with this G-Unit piece, B. You notice that? Am I lying? He don't fuck with none of these niggas that had something to do with this G-Unit piece disappearing. Banks, Buck, the other nigga that's telling the story, he ain't fucking with none of them niggas. Not one. He don't like none of them niggas no more, B. You see this shit? This nigga 50 is crazy.
I'm finna go work out and get my swole on.
Anyway, look, he gonna get a swole on like 50.
4 pounds.
You hear this shit?
250, 300, all that. 4 pounds, all you need. Chicago, the real going. That's why you that us. Don't want us all in this shit, man. Let us up in this motherfucking game, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit real. We trying to go legit with. Buy 100 of these, you can get in our G-Unit car. We gonna send you one of these if you win the contest.
He having a ball. This was destined to happen anyway.
Yeah,
you know how
Now, the story of how the chain got robbed is pretty straightforward. However, the story of how the chain got retrieved is something different depending on who you ask. I'm going to talk about everyone's point of view that spoke on the incident. The first person's side of the story we will look at is the person who got robbed, aka Young Buck's homie DT. DT says that he doesn't want to get into the full details of what happened to retrieve the chain, but he does remember someone in Chicago by the name of Godfather.
I don't know exactly what happened with the chain as far as them getting it back, whatever. You know, it was a story about Spider Loc and
He
Game.
was done then.
Situation. Shout out to
as soon as he lost the chain, he was
Uncle
done.
Godfather in Chicago, man. Shout out to Uncle Godfather, man. He stepped in.
Anybody know who's the Uncle Godfather of Chicago? I don't know if that's JoJo. I know JoJo was out there around this time putting pressure on everybody.
Yeah. And located that chain the next day.
Now, Godfather's name is going to be mentioned the most when it comes to how the chain got retrieved. I tried looking up a lot of information relating to Godfather, but I found nothing. I don't know what Godfather looks like. I don't know anything on him other than he was one of the biggest gang members in Chicago at the time, and basically everything was ran through him when it came to incidents like this. Here's where the story gets interesting from different perspectives. This is what Spider Look's perspective is of the story according to Young Buck. After the robbery, Buck went on a journey in Chicago to try to get the G-Unit spinner back, and he started at the radio stations, asking the people there if they knew who to talk to if any robberies happened relating to chains.
The chain get taken. Buck running around. He's trying to get the chain. Buck a real I ain't gonna front. Everywhere he go, he meet a real Detroit nigga, Chicago. I can't take nothing from him. He a real I fuck with Buck. He running around Chicago.
You say he a real nigga, he fuck with Buck. I'm surprised 50 ain't fired him for that. 50 was beefing with that nigga Buck at the time. That's what I'm saying. He loved Yayo. Yayo the only nigga who get a pass for 50. Anybody else is done. Nobody else get a pass. Cause he just said, I love Buck, Buck a real nigga. This is in the height of 50 taking all his publishing, taking his albums down. This is what Yayo say.
I'm trying to get the chain back. I'm like, yo, Buck gonna get smoked. He in Cabrini Greens. He gonna get smoked out there, 50. Yeah, he gonna get smoked, man. Running around the projects in Chicago.
People all referred him to the guy named Godfather. Yeah. Buck met with
nigga, he told 50, yo, Buck running around out there in them projects trying to get the chain back. He gonna get smoked. You know what 50 say? Yeah, that nigga gonna get smoked. Fuck it.
Godfather at his Summer Jam concert showed that he was hosting in Chicago. Then during that moment, something happened that turned a whole new twist to the story.
Buck is saying when he got to when the chain got took, he was out there doing radio promos. So when the chain got took, he went back to the radio station and asked the people, if something get taken from you in this area, who are you supposed to holler at to try to get it back? They directed him to this dude named Godfather.
Who was Godfather?
So Godfather
we need to find Godfather, Big. He got a real story to tell.
Summer Jam that summer, Godfather was throwing the concert. He's the promoter, not one of the promoters.
Maybe Godfather was one of them real niggas, them real gangsters that ain't gonna never say nothing on the internet, never talk about it. That's the real gangster. If Godfather never come out, then that's a gangster. These niggas that's on the internet, no gangster. I'm not saying they won't do gangster shit, but they ain't keeping it all the way gangster. Let's be honest. Am I lying? They not keeping it all the way gangster. They do gangster shit, but they don't keep it all the way gangster. You know what I'm saying? Getting on a podcast like this gangster, this is a gangster right here. I don't know what's gangster is this? What? Yeah. They go outside. Sorry about that. So this is a whole gangster right here. I ain't no gangster, man. I'm a house full of kids, babies, everything. I'm no gangster. I'm a family man. This is a gangster right here, as you're looking at, right? And he's telling the story. Telling. That's why there's no more such thing as rat. Niggas is telling. He is telling. And no disrespect to him, but that's what niggas is doing, telling a story. Niggas is telling. Uncle Godfather, Chicago, a.k.a. Frank Cannabis, sir. Exactly. Okay. I don't got no problems with him. I ain't got nothing. He's a gangster because, like they said, like my man just said, nigga, you won't see nothing. That nigga's a ghost. They say he promoted the party and niggas still ain't see him. That's a gangster. They don't get no more gangster than that. They don't get no more gangster than that, nigga. Do it. Nigga say he promoted a party and the nigga still ain't get to see him. Nigga took his chain. Yeah, we ain't get that far yet. But the nigga took the nigga chain. The nigga was Buck was trying to go back to see the Godfather with his chain, to talk about his chain. And Buck had like 4 security niggas with him. And as Buck kept walking, I'm gonna let him tell a story. This shit is crazy. This is
his show. When Buck went to the concert to try to get his chain, the Godfather dude told him, stay right here, don't leave. I'm gonna help you get your chain, youngster. And throughout all that, he said he was walking through these dark halls. Every few steps he went, people was there just smoothly stopping one of his securities. You can't go no further. Then he said, look, I only got one left. He said, without me knowing, somebody like, all right, homie, you straight. Before the next he know it, he was making his round last corner by himself. They did it so smooth.
You hear that shit? They said when he was trying to go see the Godfather to talk about his chain. Yeah. Yeah, you got your allowance. Come on. Open the door, push it. Here you go. Welcome. So my bad, y'all, my bad. Daughter came, I had to hit that allowance. I had to pay what I owe. I was in debt. I had to pay it. No stopping her. 13-year-old daughter. No stopping her for that allowance. But yeah. So Buck, like I was saying, Buck was walking with his security. He had over 4 securities. And as they was walking through somewhere, niggas was cutting off his security one by one. And this is the Godfather. He trying to go see the Godfather, and he still don't get to see him.
During that meeting with Godfather, ran into a guy named Jojo Capone, who was a Chicago native that was well connected in the streets.
Jojo, well known. He put pressure. You come to Chicago, you better go check in with Jojo. I don't know if it's like that now, but he a real Uda in Chicago. He older now, but back then he's putting that pressure.
Jojo Capone
ain't nobody coming through Chicago not getting talked to.
Was someone that was running around with the game. The game was signed to G-Unit at this point, so the connection was already there. Buck recognized Jojo Capone from a 2004 Smack DVD freestyle that the game and Jojo did. Because of this connection, Buck then thought it would be easy to get the chain back, but according to Spider Loc, when Buck called Game and told him that his homie Jojo had the chain, the price then went up from the initial ask of $20,000 to $100,000.
He said at one point when he got to...
Nigga said the chain went from $20,000 to $100,000. I don't even think 50 paid $100 for that shit.
Try to get his chain back. Jojo Capone from Chicago came out to speak to him. He said he talked to this dude, Jojo Capone. He's trying to get his chain back, his G-Unit spinner. He said, look at the dude. He tell him, Young Buck tell him like, hey, I seen you was on a DVD with Game. You Game homeboy. This should be cool. Like, okay, if you got the chain, I seen you. The dude got kind of like embarrassed, like didn't know he was gonna recognize him. He say the dude went, they took a break, got on the phone, and whatever price that he had told him at first, he wanted $20,000 for the chain. He said once he said, Buck say, hold on. He called Game like, hey bro, I'm out here in Chicago. The chain, nigga, I seen on your DVD. Oh shit. He said after he talked to Game, the dude came back and wanted first he wanted $20,000, now he wanted $100,000.
And the Game rapped about this incident on his diss track towards G-Unit titled 300 Bars and Running.
So Game has something to do with that. G-Unit chain in Chicago. That's why 50 don't fuck with him. I tell you, 50 don't fuck with nobody that has something to do with this goddamn chain, B. Anybody that has something to talk about, he don't fuck with JoJo. He don't fuck with none of these niggas. None of them. Buck, Banks, everybody that chain touched, he ain't fucking with.
And you ain't had a 10 stacks.
I don't want that music.
Jojo Capone in this situation was acting like the mediator for the chain. The people who robbed it were looking for money, while Jojo was just looking to be the mediator and get.
They saying Jojo played the part of, how can I explain it? Jojo played the part of mediating, but on a low, trying to put a fee on it though. He the mediator, but he gotta get paid to mediate. So that comes with a probably a $10,000 fee is what they saying as the mediator. It's a lot of intricate parts for this chain. We need to find this G-Unit piece. This shit got history.
Get a cut of whatever the sale was going to.
That shit should be in the Trap Museum with Tip. At Tip Trap Museum. The G-Unit piece.
To be. This is when Jojo Capone's side of the story comes in. He says that the story of him trying to increase the price on the chain or him having anything to do with the robbery is false, and that he was simply just trying to help G-Unit in that situation because of the game being affiliated as well.
So it's like I get the chain back, but then of course you're gonna hear the whispers like as if we the ones took it, and now we trying to sell it back to them. So I felt like me trying to do those good deeds. I had swore to my.
It don't pay to be doing street shit. It just don't pay, man. This shit is out of control, man. This is like for the G-Unit spinner piece. You see this shit? For playing street, nigga, do your job and go home, man. That's the bottom line.
So like I would never do it. I never do that ever again. I don't care what happened to nobody. Don't call me no more because I genuinely was trying to help. And then if I'm hearing whispers like they don't know if I had something to do with it or not, I was like, I'm good on that. I don't care what happened. You know, don't call me for nothing.
Ultimately, Buck then decided that it's not worth the price of $100,000 and headed back to Atlanta without letting Godfather know. This is when Spider Loc gets involved in trying to retrieve the chain back. Spider Loc, who at the time wasn't affiliated with G-Unit at all and just got out of a label deal with Suge Knight, caught word of the robbing in Chicago. He had some friends in Nashville that would be around Buck, so through them he knew Young Buck was heading to Atlanta and decided to pull up at his hotel. Spider then says Young Buck explains the story of the robbery and how he spent days in Chicago trying to get it back. Instead of showing concern, Spider Loc took this opportunity to spit a freestyle, which confused everyone at that time, but it got Buck's attention.
So by the time he came to Atlanta, 50 wasn't taking no phone calls from him because of the whole shit. He was waiting till he saw him in person to speak to him. And the cast we was from Nashville was so close in his circle that when Young Buck got to Atlanta, he had to go straight to the radio station. But the people we with was so tight with him that we was in his hotel room before he got to his room. Oh, so we in there kicking and smoking it with a portion of his road crew. So by the time he came from Chicago to Atlanta, went to the radio station, got to his room, it's a group of his homies in the room with some cats that he don't know, which includes me.
Yeah.
So this shit just happened a couple days ago. He get right in the room. I'm like a fly on the wall sitting in the corner. And he like he telling a story from the moment, every detail, how the chain got took, because it got taken from D-Tay. So it didn't get taken from him. He talked about when D-Tay first came and asked him to wear it to the club. And he's telling the story about what happened all the way for him trying to go back and get the chain back. Shout out to Godfather and Jojo Capone from Chicago. But in the midst of all that, I swear to God,
Jojo, B. Jojo, man. Jojo, that nigga.
Start rapping acapella.
Jojo had Jim in the pocket, too, and Ken. So Jojo, when y'all go to Chicago, make sure y'all check in with Jojo, man. If you know what I mean, if you want to do the nightlife and all that, and you don't want to just do your job and go home, and you want to hang out, you want to do extra activities, better check in. Yeah, but if you're going to just do your job and go home, just hire you some security. That's with the law, maybe, you know what I'm saying, with the Chicago PD or something like that. You hire them for your security and you go do your job and you go to your hotel and get on your flight. But if you want to hang out, you want to go do extra stuff out there, make sure you check in with JoJo. Or if not JoJo, there's some other representatives out there. Quite sure of that, but you know, I'm just trying to warn niggas and make niggas smart. You know what I'm saying? So you don't do dumb shit, my young niggas that's coming up. So you don't make the mistakes that Buck and they peoples make. You know what I'm saying?
Drown him out.
After the freestyle, Spider Loc then realized from Buck's story that Buck saw a lot of people with made men chains on. Spider Loc then knew that his friend J.O. Felony made music with Made Men and that he could make some connections possibly. So he got on the phone with J.O. J.O. then knew Jojo, who was connected with Game, and this is where things got even crazier when it comes to Game and G-Unit. Spider Loc says when he called Game about the G-Unit chain, Game was initially confused because Spider Loc had nothing to do with G-Unit. When Spider Loc asked him about the chain, the Game was on speakerphone and said fuck G-Unit and the chain. Of course, Buck heard that, and Spider recalls even possibly Tony Yayo being on a three-way phone call and hearing it.
And when he started talking about his experience that he went through in Chicago and trying to get his chain back, certain names was popping up that seemingly could help him get his chain back. One of them was J.O. Felony in my mind frame because he told me he saw, that's the homie, he told me he saw a lot of Made Men chains while he was moving through the process. All I knew is J.O. had did an album with the Made Men. I knew deep down it wasn't no connection, but I tried to I called J.O. on speaker right in front of Buck. The names that's coming up I'm familiar with, I'm finna try to tap in with. So I called Game, which I know is his head up that I give a about a G-Unit chain. Right. But I don't get, immediately I'm like, hey cuz, check this out.
Yeah,
the
you might be a part of this
Chicago, my
thing
brother
too.
was there at the location. I feel like the chain got took from me. Game not having no clue that Young Buck is listening or I'm in.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh, so he set the call up. He set the call up that fucked up everything. His Game saying crazy shit on the phone, and he got him on speaker. Oh my God!
I don't give a fuck about them. Fuck that chain. So Buck got to hear this with his own ear. I don't have to tell you what this said or none of that. I even think Yayo was on a three-way. I had just met him through the phone. So they both heard it. So bam. He also
They were all cool with each other.
all cool. It was
You know, if Yayo heard it, he went back and told Fifth ASAP. You know, Yayo ran the Fifth immediately. He ain't waste no time. He probably as soon as he hung up, he said like this. Fifth, yeah, I'm telling you, man. They talking shit. I just heard Game say it fresh out his mouth. Fuck G-Unit, fuck everybody. You don't give a fuck about the G-Unit chain. Shit ain't shit. Fuck them. What? Fifth went off. That's why Fifth don't fuck with nobody.
shock of the.
He was fucking with Fifth too, this nigga. I don't think he fucking with Fifth. Anybody who has something to do with that chain is no longer a G-Unit member at all.
Life at the time. And then, but Yayo was saying at the time, I told you I don't trust that. Y'all fucking with it.
And I was on the phone when Spider Loc called you. Your punk said you ain't want no problems.
Jojo Capone eventually got Young Buck and Godfather on the phone, and Godfather was essentially upset Young Buck left without letting him know because he wanted to get the chain back for him. This is where Spider Loc steps in again and says he spoke to Godfather about his status in LA. Godfather then says, well, if you're from LA, then you should know I'm well connected with people like Suge Knight. And for Spider Loc, this was the perfect person's name to be dropped because Spider Loc just got done being signed to Suge Knight. So Spider says, if you're connected with Suge, you ask him about me, Spider Loc. And that's when the phone call ended. According to Spider Loc, a couple hours went by and Godfather called and said, you're going to get the chain back and you better thank Spider Loc, which then officially put Spider Loc in a label situation deal with G-Unit.
Godfather left you on your own, and that's when Jojo Capone popped up. The Game conversation came. So it happened when he tried to raise the price. Buck like, man, tell him keep it. Fuck that. He leave town without letting Godfather know. So now he's in Atlanta, and now he's in Atlanta for somehow throughout the politicking, we get back on the phone with Godfather. But I'm in the picture now, so I'm gonna pick up where I left off. The Godfather like, yeah, I'm from LA, wooty whoop. My brother was involved with that chain and and we trying to get it back. But I'm a young nobody. The Godfather dude tell me like, well, if you from LA, homie, I'm gonna let you know what level I'm on. He's trying to impress me. He like, when I touch LA, I touch down with cats like Suge Knight. I use that opportunity to like put extras on. I am. I'm like, well, if you fuck with Suge Knight, no, I didn't go smooth. I went like extra, like, ask Suge about me. My name Whoopty Whoop. I'm from Whoopty Whoop. Yeah, cause like I had just like left Suge amicably, and then I got to clicking with these cats, and me and Suge was still in communication. We around, we politics, whatever. So I knew what it was, and I didn't know, even though I know Suge's reputation, I still anticipated he could have said some bullshit. I took a chance to over project and represent like, oh, you with Suge, well, ask Suge about why. And long story short, hours later, a phone call came into our camp, and they told us that tell Buck he gonna get his chain back, and he could thank the Spider nigga. After he went and talked to Suge, whatever Suge told him motivated him apparently to make sure that he got the chain back.
Now, this story is mainly from Spider Loc's point of view. Jojo Capone just said he was the mediator, but he also mentioned Godfather. Dite never went into details of how the chain got brought back, but he also mentioned Godfather. Now, if you ask 50 Cent and Tony Yayo about the story of the G-Unit chain, they'll tell you something completely different in how the chain was retrieved. 50 Cent says it was the Flores Twins from El Chapo's cartel that retrieved the chain for him. The Flores Twins were heavy drug traffickers in the early 2000s. They were moving roughly 300 kilos of cocaine a week and brought in millions of dollars. During 2004, they were the biggest drug dealers in Chicago and even had expanded to Los Angeles, Atlanta, New York, and many other locations. 50 Cent says the Flores Twins got approached by one of the robbers offering the G-Unit chain for a price.
This is recent. These are recent photos of 50 with the Flores. This is like right now, like maybe a year ago, of 50 hanging out with them and doing deals with these niggas. Still to this day, allegedly. I don't know. I'm just saying what's going on here.
Margarito Flores, who goes by Jay, saw this as an opportunity to make a connection with 50 Cent. So according to 50 Cent, the Flores twins, who had drugs moving in Chicago, put a halt to all the drugs being provided in Chicago and demanded that they get the G-Unit spinner chain or else no one would be provided with any drugs. This then put pressure on Godfather, who was one of the leaders in the Chicago gangs that were allegedly selling drugs. With no drugs coming to them, they ultimately decided to give the chain back to the Flores twins, who then contacted 50 Cent's people and brought the chain back to him, which then made a connection with 50 Cent.
Both Jay and Peter Flores, well, I came in contact with them in 2004. I'm on a tour running around, and Buck and them ended up in Chicago. So one of the dudes in his entourage decided they want to go out and party, bro. So he goes to Cabrini Green Projects. In Chicago, he goes to Cabrini Green Projects and goes to a party that they have in the project.
That nigga
Knocks
crazy.
on the door and shows them the G-Unit spinner piece. Like, yo, what's up, G-Unit? Let me in. They let him in. They let him out. No peace.
Yo, you know who got the chain back? Them El Chapo twins. Them Spanish. You know how that shit go. Them niggas was like, yo, we didn't know it was them at the time. We just found out like later on. And you know Gabby? Yeah, I know. Gabby called, yo, we need the chain back. Call them Spanish. Nobody gets no work in Chicago. Nobody's getting no work in Chicago until the chain come back.
You hear this? So 50 and Yayo saying that the Flores twins stopped supplying the whole Chicago with drugs until they found out who got the G-Unit spinner piece. So the whole Chicago was on a drought for however long until they retrieved the G-Unit spinner piece.
Because they took it, the dudes that robbed him took it to Jay from the Flores. He immediately, when he realized that the main diamonds, they took it to him because he would be the guy that could pay for that much for it. You know what I'm saying? At the time, they moved over 130 tons of cocaine and heroin in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So if you look, like $2 billion worth of drugs they sold. When they go to them with the piece, he looks, he said, nah, it's not right, but he gave him a little something, and then he gave the piece back. So he saw it as an opportunity to make a relationship.
Look, the chain came back. Buck tried to. Gabby made that call. The Flores Twins. Them. Come on, them work with El Chapo, bro. They fucking with Sinaloa content. All them man. They was making money, bro. Them had so much bread. It was ridiculous.
Once the Flores Twins were released from prison, 50 Cent says he decided to work with them for their new podcast show, which premiered in 2022, called Surviving El Chapo.
This is recent right here. 50 produced this recently. The Flores Twins podcast, and he got a series coming out with these dudes that he's working closely with them. The same way he was working closely with Tammy. Because I don't want us to get off track here. We trying to figure out, because Big Meech said, this is what Big Meech said. Big Meech said, you fucking with, he said that why don't you exploit the Flores Twins like how you exploiting me and my son in the BMF name. This is what Meech said. And Meech put up a post. So I don't want everybody to get lost. I want us to all stay on the same track. There you go. And Meech put this post up right here. And he said, told on El Chapo and someone say, let's go work with these guys. This is Big Meech, right? This was Big Meech is saying. He put this post up. He said, told on El Chapo and someone say, let's go work with these guys. Let's exploit them for profit about how they snitched on the most powerful cartel boss in the world. Make great TV. Fuck it, right? Fuck it, right, 50 Cent? This is what Big Meech saying to him. Saying to 50, because Big Meech put this up. This is a Big Meech post right here.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, this is what Big Meech said. See, so this Big Meech page right here. This is what I'm saying. Big Meech fell for the victim, fell for the banana in the tailpipe. He wasn't supposed to get down with this. This is corny. He's supposed to let 50 do that on his own. Let him talk to nobody. But he got involved and he indulged in it. So this is how I'm trying to figure out who was the Flores Twins.
The Flores brothers and 50 Cent have projects together. These are the guys who snitched on El Chapo, period. They are under witness protection for the rest of their lives. Who would want to take a chance like that for profit? They snitches, right? The Flores
50 Cent would. 50 Cent would take that chance for the profit. He took a chance with the BMF for the profit. And I don't fault 50 for working with him. You know what I mean? That's what he want to do as a businessman, corporate America. Niggas ain't dealing drugs. Niggas is telling their story. Telling. That's why we going to do the tell. I'm going to name this segment the tell segment. You know what I mean? Because we got to get the other content too, man. We can't be stuck with the with this content for the rest of my life. I can't do it. So we gotta start separating the content, and this be the tell content. Because everybody telling. When we play this type of content, everybody is telling it. Every gangster, everybody. They even made Supreme do a public statement. Supreme McGriff Sr. do a public statement. I was like, damn, everybody is telling something. Nobody is safe. Let's get, yeah. Find that joint. We just launched it. Here we go. So this is how we got to here. I know y'all was like, damn, where the fuck are we going? So I'm just trying to remind y'all how we got from there to here. Because it's all over the G-Unit spinner chain, and they trying to figure out how did 50 Cent get involved with the Flores Twins, who are cooperates, but he's disrespecting Meech and calling Meech a rat, but he's dealing with rats. You know what I mean? I mean, not rats, I'm sorry, cooperators and tellers, truth tellers, you know what I mean? Tellers. Niggas who tell, which is everybody. Except for the Godfather. The Godfather of Chicago. You never gonna see him. He's like maybe the only one left. I'm gonna be honest. He's probably the only one left because you're never gonna hear from him or see him. He's not gonna get on the internet. Not gonna make no posts. Maybe he's the last of a dying breed. You know what I'm saying? But right now, this is what's going on. Everybody's telling.
Twins who brought down a drug lord. This is 50 Cent's side of the story on how the chain was retrieved. However, there is one more rumor online that I couldn't confirm as anything factual. The other story is that 50 Cent allegedly put money on the heads of the individuals who robbed the chain at $50,000 each. Once word got out, the individuals immediately shipped the chain overnight to 50 Cent. But there is no factual stories that this ever happened, simply an online rumor.
Where I'm at, the price of life, I grew up at, the price of life is cheap. So if you got the money, if you got the bag, it's going to happen.
You see how 50 think? Ooh, yeah, boy. And look at his face too, B. He mean business.
When you drop it, it's a go. So tell me who is done, or you think I won't drop the bag? That's what you think?
Nah. You heard that shit? Yo, let's rewind that, B. I ain't rewind that. That nigga on demon time forever until he die. Look at it.
Overnight to 50 Cent. But there is no factual stories that this ever happened. Simply an
I'm
online
standing
rumor.
on my shit though.
Where I'm at, the price of life, the price of life is cheap. So
you want some girl shit?
If you got the money,
I ain't saying you a girl, but you want some girl shit.
When you drop it, it's a go. So tell me who is done, or you think I won't drop the bag? That's what you think?
Nah. Look, hey.
You got to be kidding me. Like,
I'm
that's
just,
the easiest
I'm
thing
just
in the world.
asking.
And then you say, and you got to get, and I got the team. I got to come, I got to, it's stronger than linebackers. My lawyer is the.
After the chain was finally...
Yo, he scared the nigga up that I was interviewing. He said, you think I won't drop that bag? The interview nigga like,
returned, D-Tay still had an issue with 50 Cent due to him causing the whole incident in the first place. He was sent home by 50 Cent for roughly 4 months. He finally ended up getting a call from Sean Money XL to come out to where Buck and he were. D-Tay thought that because he got this call, that 50 Cent made the move to bring him back. So he ended up coming back for the first time around G-Unit and 50 Cent, and it was during the Candy Shop music video shoot. He saw 50 and 50 saw him. Then he said to D-Tay he needs to speak to him.
So anyway, they had sent me on for about 3-4 months, and I got a call, and it was Shy Money.
Okay.
And he was like, your flight is booked for this weekend. And I hadn't talked to nobody. So I was like, what? Evidently 50 said I can come back out there.
Right.
But I'm knowing too, when you get in trouble out there, you don't see them people no more.
Right.
So how am I coming back? I got robbed for the G on the chain. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But little do I know, they don't even know I'm coming. Okay, so anyway, this was crazy. We get off I catch my flight, you know. Now I'm feeling like, okay, I'm back at it. You know, 50 know I'm coming. I can be confident. I f***ed up.
Right,
Let me get myself together.
Right.
So I get out there. We in California.
Mm-hmm.
I get out there and MTV is filming us. And it's the Candy Shop video.
Okay.
That's what we doing at some mansion. So when we on the way from the airport to the mansion, to the video shoot, I say, everybody, hi, so I say, hey, Shy Money, 50 know I'm coming, right? You know what I'm saying? So they like, you good, Taylor. So they start back talking. You know, like, wait a minute, that didn't seem too sure.
Yeah.
You mean, yeah, you all right, Taylor. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Shy Money like, no, I tell you good. Woo. So we pull up at the mansion. They clean out of the van. All of them, Banks, Buck, everybody getting out. Fifth was standing outside the mansion with a security guard talking to him.
Yeah.
I never forget, he had his mink on. That mink he had on in the video.
Yeah.
So he got the mink on and he talking to the security guard. I'm looking out the van trying to read his face.
Yeah.
To see, he know this is Cashville van pulling up.
Yeah.
Because he know they're going to get bucked. So I'm trying to read his face to see if he like, okay, take coming, he good. So I'm looking at him. He just talking to the security guard. He ain't even look at our van.
Yeah.
So everybody jump out of the van. It's one left in the van. And the driver said, hey man, you guys got to get out.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm stalling.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Last time they seen me, I got ride for the chain. So I left on that turn with 50. I knew. So I'm like, let me just say, this big mob. I'm going to have to tussle with this big mob. Man, he grabbed me, man.
Right.
You feel me? So, the last dude in the van, was it Beef? It was one of my man that know be around Fifth every day. So I said, hey, bro, do Fifth know I'm come back out here? He said, I don't think so. What? You better fix your shoulders.
Yeah.
And when I seen his shoulders go, I knew something ain't right.
Yeah.
I don't think so, Tay.
Yeah.
I said, they nigga wait till they get me here and
Right.
tell me that.
Right.
Driver said, hey man, I gotta go.
Right.
I jump out the van. When I jump out the van, I'm looking at Fifth. I ain't, again, like the house, I ain't looking at the mansion, I ain't looking at the people on the set.
Right.
None of that. I'm trying to read
Look at
this
that Fifth, scared
face.
to death.
Right.
Bruh, I'm walking up,
Nigga seen a
looking at
ghost when
him,
he seen
walking
Fifth,
up.
nigga.
He talking to the security guard. So then he look up.
Yo, Fifth is the boogeyman, yo.
Right.
I ain't scared of that
he
nigga.
look.
Fuck that.
I'ma
I'ma talk about it, nigga.
Yeah, he looked, but he ain't
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
But he
I ain't scared.
still look like. So boom, he told the security guard. So I walk up. I said, "What up, big bro?" He said, "What up, Tay?" He give me that. When he give me that, he said, "I need to holler at you." I said, "All right."
Yeah.
So when he left, he gave me that. So I need to holler at you.
Yeah.
He turned back around, and started talking to the security guard. My dumb ass stayed right there.
Right.
That nigga was talking to security. I looked up, seen him against. Not right now, Tay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead. We need to talk. What you talking about? Go ahead. I can't look at the booties.
Right. I
Smoke
can't
my
even
weed.
focus. I
Nothing.
don't
Yeah,
know
because you
what's
talking about we gotta talk. And it
My
don't be
man,
good
talk, nigga.
out there when Phil
You thought it
gotta
was
talk
over?
to you.
After this, DT said 50 Cent spoke to him in the back of the trailer and made it clear to him that he was responsible for DT's safety and that he needs to be an artist and not a goon running around doing random things.
Walking around the set. I'm enjoying everything, so I go to the trailer. The crew on the trailer. We smoking. We rolling up. They playing the music. We vibing. Boom. He done let me chill for about 2-3 hours. I'm thinking, hey, it can't be that serious.
Everything good.
Bro,
Everything all
we in
good.
there smoking and shit. He come up on the trailer. Like, yeah, what y'all doing here? Buck, how many weeds you got, Buck?
Right.
Buck got like 8 ounces, all different colors. It's really 4. 4 ounces, all different colors. I mean, different kinds. Feel like, yo, you leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna smoke all that?
Right.
Man, what you doing with all
We
that?
gonna smoke this, Phil. You know what I mean?
Right.
So everybody in the thing, I'm in the cut. When he come up on the trailer, I'm watching him like a predator watching the animal. Yeah. He looked up. He in a good mood though.
Yeah.
He's in a good mood. So when he look up, he see me. He say,
Yeah.
in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody like, oh. So he walk us in the back part of the trailer.
Yeah.
Close the thing. Buck, come here. Pull Buck back here. And he pull us back there. He put me in the headlock and he put Buck in the headlock.
Yeah.
And he was like, look, y'all is like my little brothers. When y'all come out here on this road, I gotta make sure y'all get back home to y'all parents.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all my responsibility once y'all leave y'all parents. So Tay, I'm gonna need you to start acting more like an artist.
Yeah.
You don't need to be where the hyenas is at. Cause we was getting into it and I go back with the hyenas and be into shit. And she like, that's not for you. That's why I have them out here for that.
Right.
You need to be doing what Buck and them do.
That's
You're
when he
artist.
had Bang 'em Smurf.
So that kind of me
That was
up
before
right there. Cause I didn't think he was looking at me
Top
as an
Tiger.
artist. You understand?
That's when he had Bang 'em Up
And
Smurf.
that made me feel more comfortable by myself. And he was like, yeah. He said, you need to stay out the way, though. You need to sit down somewhere, too. You know what I'm saying? Then he let us go, and that was it.
The ironic thing about this whole story, according to 50 Cent, is that the G-Unit spinner chain that got robbed was a dummy chain and not the real one. It was a clone chain that was super cheap compared to the real G-Unit spinner chain and its value.
So he got two of these joints.
The G-Unit piece originally, if you looked at it, when you see me wearing it, Ebro, it was $300,000 I spent on the piece. Right? Because it was the biggest piece of jewelry that I bought at that point.
See this magic trick he did?
When I took it off my neck, I didn't want to pay the insurance for it. So I had a dummy piece made. So the piece that they actually caught was the punk piece. Like that was the one with Mousenites in the joint.
You hear this shit? Do you hear this, y'all? Do you hear this? So 50, you got the real chain still. Because this is years later he come out and say, yo, the one that they stole, that niggas was playing hockey neck with it, was a fake piece, had Morseys in it and all that.
Yeah. That shit, I had that done because I wasn't going to pay the insurance to when it's not in my possession, I had to pay more for the insurance for it. So I just put it in to save the real piece, and they was wearing the other joint.
And that is the story on how the...
Oh my God. Do you believe this show? Yo, Fifth, man. So basically, the hood niggas is saying, get the camera. So basically, the hood niggas is saying, nigga, we got the motherfucking piece back. 50 saying, no, it was the Flores twins who got the piece back. And on top of them niggas getting the piece back, that shit was fake. Oh my God. So this is how 50 came in contact, supposedly, with the Flores twins, which is crazy. Here we go. I got the Flores twins right here. Here we go.
History of the United States, and we left it alone for a reason.
These are the Flores
and
twins.
People say you weren't built for that life.
People.
Oh yeah,
Recently,
you're telling me when you get there, you let me know. All right, that was our life, right? We lived it. It's no fiction. You hear it. You know, when we talk about we're having relationship with these people, right? It's us. I don't think that there's another American out there that made it on both sides, you know, of the border, right? Like my brother and I. But we left that life and we risked our life to leave that behind for a reason. And I think that people always, you know, might have comments or whatever, which is fine. But I really believe that it doesn't matter what luxury, you know, how much money we made. And I say it like it was a lot, but it didn't matter, right? It wasn't worth it. Especially, you know, the price that we paid our family had paid back then, being in prison, and what you continue to see to this day. And people be like, well, you can make mistakes. No, you know what? In hindsight, not everyone's going to make mistakes, you know? We're fortunate and blessed, and hopefully that people could take our story and just learn from it, right? All those people who are aspiring to be in the street, it's hard. You could get out, though. You know, we show you. You know, you're going to have to sacrifice, some way, somehow, but you
get
could
out
do
the
it.
street, but we show you.
And
how they got out the street was, you know, telling a story. Telling. Yeah. Yeah. Go get your allowance. Yeah. Yeah, I got 6 kids, B, so they be coming in one after another to get that allowance. I had 6 of them. One after another. Get that allowance. So these the Flores. These are the Flores brothers. Peter Flores and Jay Flores. He's saying that, yeah, it's a way out. And we telling you how. You got to tell.
For everyone who calls us rats, and I'm with you, man. I respect that. If you're just a square, I think I don't appreciate that. If you don't know nothing about the streets or about this life. Now, if you're
So the Flores twins said, if you a square, I don't appreciate you calling me a rat because you don't know about the life. But if you're a street nigga, they said it's all right. You can call them a rat. That's what I'm saying. This shit is crazy.
The other side, I think, I don't want to, like, this is what we used to say in there, and people were, when you're on my side after I cooperated, it was like, you call me whatever, but call me at home.
Oh, you heard that?
And
Said,
you know what? I want
whatever,
to say something. Like, look,
but call me at home though. Don't call me from the jail. I'm in jail. Don't call me from the jail cell because I won't be there. Call me at home. However you want to take it. I'm home. El Chapo is doing 30 life sentences. And these are the people that 50 Cent is working with right now. This is the podcast that 50 Cent produced. Allegedly. I got to do some more research to see if his name is actually on the credits. I haven't done that research yet. But yeah, I probably need to do that research before I say 50 Cent produced it.
everyone has the choice. Everyone's part of the game. When people say it's not part of the game, man, I have more people telling me, and we have people that told us before that we never even met, never even knew about.
Yeah, you get into
Everyone
this business, you know there's this part of the game, cooperation. It came together,
Flores talking,
if people weren't going to jail or weren't being told on, everybody'd be in the game. It's a risk you take, We didn't make the rules up.
But that being said, I think everyone has a choice. So every day we wake up, we have a choice. Everyone's given their choice. For all those people who feel like they couldn't do something like that because they so-called friends, my respects to them. My brother and I, for sure, we never make excuses for what we did. We did what was best for us. And I'll continue to feel that way,
It doesn't mean we don't think about those people who are not around.
Hey, yo, listen, y'all. I've been doing this shit for 4 years, y'all.
I've been 2 hours since I run the intro. Let me run the intro real quick.
Listen to how she talks to her granddaughter.
You know what, Nay? You ain't tell you about coming over here looking like a skunk. Huh? Oh, you don't? Turn around, let me see. That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all taking Kim home.
We got it poppin' in the trap house. We got it poppin' in the trap house. We got it poppin' in the trap house. One way in, no way out.
Alright, there you go. Get the intro in
like I said, man, there's people still in prison, and my prayers go out to them, but they had a choice as well, like when I first came in, I wanted everybody to make a deal, let's just go home, like at the end of the day, they didn't want them, they just wanted them to tell on us, and I think that everyone had the opportunity and they choose something different, I think my brother and I chose to be loyal to our families at the end of the day.
And that's what I chalked up Cartel Wives to. I felt like at the end of the day, I'm going to do whatever it is I have to do for my family, and y'all can hold on to your opinions, and it's all good. Like you said, there's people that choose to stand on what they're going to stand on. A square saying it is one thing, somebody else saying it is another, but even they can't judge it until they've been there and they've been in that position where somebody's staring down where they're staring down the barrel of life. And looking at extermination.
I think I like to say is this.
Maybe we can get the Flores Twins on here. Shout out to my nigga Chill Ill Reacts. This is his footage. Chill Ill Reacts. Maybe we can get the Flores Twins. We can ask them about their affiliation with 50. They ain't gonna answer that question. He ain't gonna ask that question. What's your affiliation with 50? Because now, y'all names is being a major part of this big Meech 50 beef.
Imagine, we're good at like assessing risk and when you do that and consequences, I would imagine myself sitting in a cell, facing, execution, the death penalty. And I would say, man, what would I regret? What would I have done different if I was in that situation? When you think about your family, your kids, your wife, and it makes you kind of see things in a different light,
Well, I'm gonna disagree with both of you. Like, man, it doesn't matter to me. A square could say whatever he wants. I don't live by those what people
No, I
think.
get it.
I'm, like that's what it is. We put our story out. People are gonna have comments, but hopefully, they'll take it as a cautionary tale of of what life is. And I'm gonna tell you, there's so many smaller stories, so many stories that that we don't share. Like we're gambling each and every day with our life. The fact that we're here has been blessing. I do feel like it's God's will for us to be here and put us in situations that we could move forward and hopefully make change. But
Yo, this is out of control. We need to get the Flores Twins on here and ask them, what's your affiliation with 50? Them niggas ain't gonna answer that question. I promise you. They probably come to the interview and tell it. Don't ask no 50 Cent questions.
it's one of those things that it's like we grew up in it, or before we even knew what I knew about it, and uh, we made the decision that was best for us, and um, money or the business of power never made us or changed us. This is who we've been.
Towards the end there, was that the first time that you guys got close to even considering or thinking about that? Or was there ever another time where the pressure was on so thick that it was kind of like, man, maybe we should make this jump? Or was that it?
Pressure, like you said, when I hear you say pressure, I feel like, man, there's pressure each and every day. Do you like just everyone's intelligent enough? Like you think about it, you can imagine stuff we were doing each and every day, who we were around. Every time I jump in that plane or I jumped in that car, I used to be like, man, am I gonna make it back home? And it's like, no, these were all added, just added to them. Where it's like it's either gonna be now or never. And to make it clear, it's like I think my brother and I were more scared of what we could become than what we were. And we made the decision based on that, because what we were going to become was uh, couldn't involve any more family and no more kids and no more children. So
No, yeah, for sure. I don't think that ever crossed my mind. You start into this business early on, and you ain't got shit to lose, and you're just like, you know what? So what? Like, prison doesn't sound that bad when you ain't got nothing. But once you grow up a little bit and you start seeing the game for what it is, and you experience so much, and you live, and you can't go back to that first day, and you feel like there's no way out. Fuck it. But
Nah, that's how
when you
niggas
do
feel
have
when
that
they
little
in that
spark of
game. There's
light,
no
and
way
like I
out.
said, you start thinking about
Nothing
the
else I
future,
know what to
and
do.
and spending the rest of your life in prison or something, and being away from your loved ones and seeing everything they suffered through and everything we suffered on our own.
You reach
you're
for
like,
that light.
man,
with their opinion.
you have to. I mean, you're trying to survive, and if my loyalty was gonna be to these people who don't give a shit about me, it was kind of weird. That was kind of the scenario I was in. Like, they'll execute me for nothing,
but
for maybe.
I want to add to that. Like,
You heard
look,
that? He said be
idolize.
loyal.
We idolize.
He said be loyal to El Chapo and them for what? These niggas will execute me any second. Why be loyal to them? They don't give a fuck about me. He's saying about El Chapo. Free now.
Idolize them too until you sit down, and next thing you know how people see them today. I see them more as like, what up, Chai?
Right.
What up, Chopper? Like business
Yeah.
partners. You get me? It's different. It was like, it wasn't like I was looking at them like they're like, I would not idolize. I idolize the Lord Jesus Christ, and that's it. After that, and that was it. Like to us, it was like they're human and they're not the best of human, beings, and that was that. So you have to kind of understand that part of it.
Hey, let me say what's up real quick to Chief Keef, man. I see you, man, and Priscilla. Thank you, man, for your prayers and all your love from Chicago.
And you know
All of
what?
y'all.
Something I want to add as well too is for all those people, later on if they're coming home, for those people we're locked up with. I got a dear friend, Solo, who I appreciate. He's always in my prayers. Some people aren't gonna have the benefit of coming home, but I'm praying that one day he'll be able to be here and listen to this, and all those people we left behind, you know, for sure, when we're locked up. A lot of good dudes, right? And, you know, in different cities, but
Man, everyone out there, you know, like I said, we've come across people like that with doing life in prison, man. We pray that, you know, doors somehow, you know, open up and give them an opportunity to come home. And, you know, from Solo to Rayful Edmonds to Gus Campos,
Meech,
man,
yo.
you know, to Tim and everybody out
Look
there,
at
man,
Big
you know,
Meech.
doing, you know, long stretches, you know, our thoughts are with you, man. There's so many good people we left behind, so many people I think about every day, you know? And
yeah, big shouts out to Ray too, man. We've had a lot of great relationship with people that, you know, are going to be surprising to you, as you probably will come to know, you know, in time.
Did you guys have workers as well that y'all maintained the relationship with even after it all went down?
Oh
after the
man, I can't forget
cooperation,
all
after the
my,
roll-up?
yeah, man, all my guys out there, you know, they know who they are to this day. You know, the business was a business, but our friendship, our you know, is different, right? Who we were, you know, we still continue to have those relationships, you know. So shout out to all the guys.
yeah, to everybody, man, you know, they're family to us. They weren't just, you know, some throwaways, you know, we care about them and we think about them every day. And this whole process was hard,
At the
you
end
know?
of the day, the jig was up.
It's a hard life to live, to leave behind, you know. Like I said, you got to put yourself in our shoes. We had everything we ever wanted in a way. And, you know, you have to walk away from that. It's not easy, you know, to turn your back on something like that. And, you know, thank God for opening our eyes to the truth and seeing it for what it was, you know? And, yeah, man, just a lot of suffering. Not only our family, everyone's family. I don't forget about those people. I know they had families too. And like I said,
At least
everyone has a
these
choice,
niggas
you know?
repenting when they came home.
Did
you
you
gotta
guys
respect them because at least they repent, even though they did some bullshit, whatever. They ain't come home and try to be like, you know, back on the scene. Them niggas got low. They start doing business deals and hopefully they giving back to the communities that they destroyed. I ain't seen none of that yet, but I don't know. They might be, you know, but they supposed to be in witness protection. But they out of witness protections. Hopefully they you know they are doing the right thing as of, you know, doing a podcast and letting the kids know this ain't the life to glorify. Doing real business, like, you know, doing a construction, whatever they got going on with 50 and you know what I mean, doing all the right things in life. Not, you know what I mean, coming home trying to be Big Meech.
growing up have the you know, because in a lot of us it's inbred that, you know, the snitching is a bad word, or was it something that y'all saw normally throughout, you know, your father's activities and shit like that, or your brothers, what they were going through? Did you see a lot of, you know, people cooperating against other people and stuff like that? And was it part of the game, or was it something that you guys looked at like, that's some, you know, these guys are pussies that ain't holding up?
I would always feel like, I mean, it was part of the life, you know, and you kind of just, you don't dwell on it too much. And you know, I grew up reading paperwork and seeing, you know, what the feds would do and trying to like outsmart them and trying to think how not to be in that situation. But it's part. I mean, what could you do? You know, like,
Well,
I don't know.
I think we shared it. I think that, you know, in growing up, like in my father's era, for sure, man, like that was the worst thing that could happen because my father blamed the cooperator. He never blamed himself, but he blamed, you know, someone cooperated against him. But I think for my brother and I never, you know, someone snitched. Like, look, man, people who were around us know there's a lot of people who cooperate and were free, and I'd run into, like, I never said, you know, and listen, everyone's gonna do that no matter what. I never focus, or we never focus on what someone else was doing. We focus on what we were doing, plain and simple. And, you know, did it make us be like, damn? Yeah, but at the same time, we already know we've been around that life before we were in it. You know what I mean? Like, we were living it through other people. So us, it's like, all right.
You caught a lot of strays, you know, in the game, but I'm sure there was some good times. Can you think of a good time in the game?
I mean, it's always good, like when you were getting on, and you know, it felt like we had the whole world against us. You know, my brother and I were young, you know, where it's just teenagers, early teens, and we kind of like came up against my brother's generation, you know, putting us down, you know, and you know, Kay kind of fit into that generation as well, and it was kind of hard to like overcome those obstacles, but it felt hella good to be on top, you know. I mean, at that time, we're like to be able to just do things that you never imagined you could do, you know, and of course the spoils of it, you know, felt good for a while, you know. But I think the biggest thing was always being able to help people out, you know. That's for sure. Being able to like get your family out those situations, you know, get out the neighborhood, you know, get out the hood, you know, stop worrying about those things, and you know, tell my nieces and nephews like go to school, you know, don't worry about nothing. You know, your family, like I'm gonna take care of you guys, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people don't see
I
it
hit that like
the
button
same
for
way
me, man. Please,
people with legit
please.
jobs that make good money, that do help people,
Can
that
we get
want to
10
help
more
people.
likes?
It's the same feeling for somebody that gets their money, however they get
10
their
more
money.
likes, please.
Yeah. I mean, that's the goal, man. I got into the business to get money, to get out the hood, to get out of the, you know, being poor, you know. It wasn't just about being in the club, and you know, I'm not one of them dudes that wants to just go and I'm not gonna throw no money up in the air, and I'm not gonna do that, you know. That in the beginning, of course, is part of what it comes with. You know, you're out there, you know, kind of trying to make a name for yourself and letting people know. But once you start kind of getting it, it's like, you know, you don't have to do that no more, you know?
Right.
Like you want to take care of those people around you always.
Yours or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
something like that,
yeah,
right? And I was
yeah.
like, damn, these guys are getting paper, man.
Yeah,
Like, they had a
right.
billboard right above Jermaine Dupri's billboard.
Yeah, you're right. Welcome to the city, man.
Yeah. So they pretty much ran Atlanta, BMF, for those few years.
You know,
they were a big influence.
Yeah, there was a big influence.
Look, Shorty Low went and confirmed that they ran Atlanta. Nigga JT asked him, so they pretty much ran Atlanta. Shorty Low said,
You know, big influence, you know.
They set the bar a little higher, right?
Yeah, they set the bar a little higher. You say that.
Because you were doing your thing back then, but you know they were just like a team of people doing a thing.
Yeah, they were like
Walmart.
Yeah, they
right?
were, they had them. We'll be honest, they had them at Chapo plug.
Yeah, yeah, direct.
What I tell you, I said both of them niggas was down with El Chapo. El Chapo had the Flores Twins, and he had Big Meech all at the same time. All at the same time. Shout out to Jordan Tower, too. This is Jordan Tower footage. Rest in peace, Shorty Low. Shout out to JT. So at this time, El Chapo got Shorty Low and he got Big Meech and the Twins. And Big Meech knew about the Twins. And the Twins knew about Big Meech. And I'm quite sure there's some friction still there till this day. And 50 is in the middle of it because he's dealing with both of them. Well, he's dealing with the Twins. He haven't fell out with the Twins yet.
Direct to Mexico. So.
Yeah. See, I had this, you know, I ain't no lie. My plug that was down got Miami West
Six
Palm.
more likes, please, y'all. Come on, six more, please.
But, you know, my dad, you know what I'm saying, we was in business a long time ago. You know, he used to make the trips.
Yeah.
My boy Jay, he's locked back up right now. You know what I'm saying? Free Jay, he used to make the trips. You know what I'm saying? Down that way, and both of it end up getting caught. So you know, then when my plugs was down that way, West Palm in Miami.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of amazing that like two guys from Detroit usually like the plug doesn't fuck with, especially black dudes, right?
Yeah.
Like they usually don't fuck with black dudes from Detroit, right? So they were. Is that a true thing?
That's not true, man. But you know, but the thing about what they say about blacks and why they don't like to fuck with blacks, because they end up running off sometimes.
Yeah. Because you hear that in the movies.
Yeah.
You know, when you see the movie, they're like, no, I won't fuck with him because he's a black drug dealer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then they have to like prove to the connect.
Yeah.
Like Paid in Full, remember?
Oh yeah.
When he gets that direct connect, and then he really starts making that cash.
Yeah.
It's a
fact. And you know they feel like the blacks are gonna make it, you know, shine more. You know, so they get it, you know, bring more attention to.
Right.
You know
Not be low key.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to that series, so you know, stay tuned, and hopefully we get that within a year.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is Jordan.
Shout out to GT. I fuck with JT. All right, man. We gotta get out of here. I gotta run out of here. Go get to work, man. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Got a good stream, blessed stream. Man, went 3 hours then there. Damn. We went in today. No, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, longer. We getting longer and longer. Pause. 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 Alright, get out of here, man. Bring back on me. Alright. Time for me to get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Blessed stream. Back tomorrow. Go down somebody else rabbit hole. Pause. 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 But yeah. Be back tomorrow. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Can't do this without y'all, man. Hit that like button for me. Hit that sub button for me, man. Trying to get monetized, man. Once I get monetized, I ain't never leaving. I'm quitting my job. It's over. Once I get monetized, I'm gonna be here 10 hours a day. Job is done. Quitting. I don't care. Tell them, man, I get out of here, man. Go pay these bills. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Be back tomorrow, man. Hit that bell for me so y'all be notified when I pull up tomorrow, man. Please. Pretty please. Nah, I ain't got no problem begging for love, B. I beg for love. I ain't gonna beg for no money, but I beg for some love, though. You know what I mean? It's a difference. I ain't gonna solicitate no money, but I solicitate some love from the people. One thing I will do. All right, let me get out of here. I'll let y'all tomorrow, man. Everybody be safe. Take care of what you need to take care of. And get in the house, man. Take your ass in the house. Go to work. Do what you gotta do. Do your errands after you get off of work. Go home. Ain't nothing on the streets. Get in the house. All right. Be out. Appreciate y'all, man. Had a good one. Good one. Thank you, Father. You had fun. You had fun. You had fun. Love y'all, big.